What's the reason? What's the reason? What's the reason for the treason? What's the reason? What's the reason for the treason, huh?
You must be out your motherfucking mind to assume your puppet masters ain't planning mad disaster and doom. The very moment you pop out of your mom's womb, you're a sovereign king ready to blossom and bloom. However, things change for the absolute worst when you're issued a live certificate of birth, and that number is given to you before you're dribbling. That's when you become a United States citizen. Slavery has been abolished, I know that you heard the news, but the 14th Amendment's voluntary servitude. Once you register your child, you make a major alteration. You are now employed by United States Corporation. The Constitution thereby becomes a fiction. You can't mention it in any statutory jurisdiction. They hoodwink masses of people something awful. Just cause something's legal doesn't mean that it is lawful. It's time for me to change from being what I am. Through the years I feel the need like any other man. But what will I become? What am I to find?
What's the reason for the treason, huh? You wanna die?
I see no reason, maybe I'm blind.
What's the reason for the treason, huh?
I see no reason, I see no rhyme.
What's the reason?
I see no reason, I see no reason,
What's the reason?
I see no reason to waste my precious time.
What's the reason for the treason? You wanna die?
Best believe I believe in the life I'm leading. I'm a freedom fighter, I'm a fight for freedom. I'm the type that'll put a knife to the windpipe of a tyrant, leaving bleeding. Yeah, and I see no reason to keep accepting these acts of treason, to keep on eating the food they feeding, to keep believing the shit they preaching. Why? Because it's always lies, and when they caught, they don't even apologize. So when they open up their mouths, I tend to tune them out. I don't even pay attention when I see them speaking. Yeah, we gotta be the change, rearrange the system and let freedom reign. From sea to sea, friend, it's a brand new season. No more living like a slave, I don't see no reason.
I see no reason, maybe I'm blind. I see no reason, I see no rhyme. I see no reason, I see no reason, I see no reason to waste my precious time.
It's time for me to change from being what I am. Through the years I've been the need like every other man. But what will I become? What am I
Oh, whoa.
Yo, what's up?
Yo. Not much. It's Cookie Appreciation Week, by the way. I've heard somewhere. Do you appreciate Cookie, everybody? Come on.
Nah, you don't have to.
Oh, yeah. He'll go on a rant for you in a minute. Just get him on a topic. He'll go.
Oh yeah.
People appreciate your rants, dude, from what I understand.
Well, they don't ever tell me about it.
No, they don't? Oh. They
Really?
told me about it. They were like, yeah, dude, you should let Cookie go. Let him run.
Sometimes I speak truth.
True. Yeah, sometimes people do. Hey, Aaron, how
Whatever.
you doing?
Whatever that means.
So say hi to everybody. We got Lev in here. We got
Saddle bump.
Rita and Saddlebum, and let's see who else.
Aaron's here. Let's Kung Fu. Tarita S, whoever that is.
Yeah.
Hello.
That's what I said.
Oh, you did?
Please let the topic be airships. She's asking for airships.
Airships. That's a good one. Okay. So what happened to the airship? That's a good one.
What happened? Well, I think they grounded most of them, didn't they?
Yeah, but why?
I don't know.
What was the real reason? I mean, obviously they did. They killed it, right? They blew up the Lindenberg just to, kind of like they tried to scare everybody out of using high voltage electricity by electrocuting cows and shit. Yeah, that it didn't work though. They
Yeah,
tried
well,
though.
they blew it up, saying that what the hydrogen was highly flammable, and helium was no longer available, for public consumption. For the matter of
Yeah, but
fact,
so was a
yeah,
propane tank full of propane, dude. Come on. And those
yeah.
propane tanks on RVs. So I mean, so RVs shouldn't be safe either, then, huh?
No,
Because
they should.
they might explode, right? They might leak and explode. So I mean, think about how stupid that is, Roger. Come on.
Yeah, but NASA actually has a program that they have that they don't like publicly promote it, but they do innovative things with airships now. Believe it or not, they
Oh
have a
yeah,
whole.
yeah. They start fires with them.
No,
They
no, they
burn
don't
people up
start
with them.
fires.
Yeah, yeah, tons of fun stuff. Yeah, they're
No,
pretty good people. Yeah, gotta
no,
trust them.
they've streamlined the airship. Actually, they make it more usable. That's what they've done. It's
Like
faster.
suction cups
Yeah.
on the sides of it, so it can stick to the wall. Yeah, that's interesting.
No,
Or,
I've actually watched a few of the documentaries on it. They've made the airship more usable.
mm,
But it's not like they're not promoting that to the public. They're promoting SpaceX and how we
yeah,
got to go
because
to Mars.
SpaceX, they can make a lot of money off of that without proving shit. So why
Yeah,
wouldn't they?
yeah, makes
Yeah, we
sense.
don't have to prove anything. We don't have to prove satellites. We don't have to prove space. We'll just tell you that that's true. Put it on TV, and you'll believe it. And we'll sell you everything involved.
Miss
We'll
Hare
make
may
you.
have a point here. Check her out. She said if she had an airship, she had a Zeppelin of her own, she could go prove that Earth is just like the Gleason's map. Yeah,
Yes, provided that airship will still work in that kind of environment, right? Because we
she's
all
talking
know
about the Earth, dude.
gas
That's
is
all.
very cold. Like then your airship might have issues, right? Or if you go too
Yeah,
high in altitude.
you don't have to go that high with an airship, dude.
But yeah, I agree. That would be the best way to get there. You could basically float right next to it without worrying about bumping into it.
Well,
That
you
would make
can't
sense.
really go any higher than you can with an airship, really, to be honest with
No,
you.
I don't think you'd want to though. Probably would you?
Well, I think how far does the SR 71 fly at? What's the ceiling on that thing?
Well, I don't think it really matters, does it?
Well, yeah, it's about
Because
as high as you can get, though.
it's not like we're inventing anything or saving the world with the SR-71, right?
No, they're using
It's
that for war,
free or
dude.
something. Right? Yeah, right. Wars that we can prove that really happen, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're checking on the other nations, seeing what they're doing too from that altitude.
Right, because they don't already have balloons floating everywhere that could do that, right?
You don't need a balloon. I mean, you can get the SR 51 into a place really quick. You can't get
Yeah,
a
but
balloon really quick.
SR-71 requires all kinds of gas and all kinds of insurance and all kinds of expensive shit that you don't really need to waste money on. And you could use a
The
cargo
government
plane and a
prints their
fucking
own
helium.
money, dude. What are you talking about? Are you high right now?
No. Yeah, well, maybe a little bit, but
You're a little
I mean,
muffled. Did you lose
it's
your
not logical.
microphone?
I'm not talking about what normally goes on in the real world, like what you and I would do. Like if we were going to buy something, or if we were going to fake something, we would just do it the cheapest way we could, of course. But NASA can they can get away with spending a lot more money. But why would they do that when they can save and put that money in and invest it into something that they can really spend money on, right? And blow shit up with, right? 'Cause
I just
that's
got
how
a
it usually works.
hold on. I got a notification.
I would say that NASA was probably just a front just to put money into secret funding shit. That's probably all NASA was ever for.
We got a captain in the house. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Captain, how's it going?
Ahoy.
No, wait. I just got a notification from YouTube about the last stream I did. Hold on. Let's see what they were going to try to do. What happened here?
What did
Uh,
we do?
I got a copyright from, believe it or not, Music Guru.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, so now we know he's not. He obviously got paid off then, obviously, huh?
Well, no, I mean he's just trying to protect his
Oh,
copyright.
meaning-
It's only
Oh,
partially
that
blocked.
means that he signed. That means he signed a contract with somebody, and that they own his shit now. That's what that means.
Yeah, but it's only a partial block. I got to go. I'll go straighten it
He
out.
would have to, see what I'm saying? He would have to actually complain about it if it was just his stuff. But obviously, he sold it, and that's why the record company owns it. See? Now do you understand? He's just basically admitted that he's a fake. There you go, Roger. I just gave you some information.
Oh, that's good.
And I don't care how good your songs are, how good your your information is that you put out. If you're a lying sack of shit, you're still a lying sack of shit. Period.
So according to some of these comments, I don't understand Snell's law, like the incident angle and what it represents.
Who,
The degrees
it
it goes
depends on
at.
who's telling you that. Who's telling you that?
I have no idea who this person is.
Then I wouldn't worry too much about it.
We were actually looking at. Never mind. I'm not gonna. I got to take care of the copyright though. But it's just a partial one.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. Well, take it off. Just take it off. What's the big deal?
Yeah.
Take it off. Oh, because we said his name, not because you didn't play his song, did you?
Yeah. We played a Guru song. Yeah.
Oh, you did. I thought I didn't hear his music. I didn't hear his song. I thought that song was just some random video. I didn't know it was one.
I got 3 copyrights on that one.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
How dare you?
There's no impact with Willy Wonka. So it's more with the.
Yeah. Well, was he not stealing Willy Wonka when he did that video? I mean, come on. He doesn't get a copyright strike for that, but you do? What the fuck, dude? This is stupid. Sounds to me like YouTube full of shit up to their eyebrows.
So I didn't get a compact impact from from Willy Wonka. I got it from the last song that I played on the way out. It's
80 years old. How are they gonna do? How are they gonna claim that they're making enough money off of it that you took something from them? Somebody has to be harmed, Roger. Remember?
Oh, hey, Santero's in. Hey, Santero and David Koresh. So, Miss Heron, Captain. So, you want to talk about airships? Sorry about the interruption.
No worries.
Hey, Ron.
Am I there?
Yeah, you're here.
Did you hear what I just said?
Nope. we
No.
didn't.
Oh, okay. I had my phone on snooze. No, I got all the time in the world. Today is day 1 of 16 days off.
Nice.
Yeah. But you know what occurred to me last night? Because we know that we can't like get in a boat, allegedly, really. I've seen like 2 videos where guys have gotten boats and got close enough to the extremities of South before the, warships come and do their scary things. I think that people like us just get it so deeply ingrained in our head. Like, no, you can't do that. You can't go there. So we forget about things like, like say, for instance, comparing the distance of the Arctic Circle, right?
Mhm.
Like just for shits and giggles, let's say it's 10,000 miles to go around the Arctic Circle. Well, if you mirror the parallel on the south, it should be the
Exactly the same.
it's gonna be 3 or 4 times bigger. So really all you'd have to do was get close enough to the perimeter and get high enough to clap eyes on it and just start going due west, right? And if you travel the 10,000 miles, then you should be back where you started, but you won't be. You'll be in the middle of the Pacific, right? So that would dictate right there that it's not a ball. Obviously, we know that, but to just, have something a little more tactile, like if we could prove that it looked more like the Gleasons, then we'd have at least that. I don't know. We forget. My point being is we tend to skip over experiments that we could do because we're told we can't go certain places. But this is just one more thing. Having an airship would make my life better.
Your very own airship.
It's not hard to make either. It's like really, literally just like a hot air balloon. Only you put different gases in it, really.
Yeah.
I know, but I could anchor it off the coast of Negril.
Well, as long as you don't live in a really windy area. Like, luckily, I live in the area near Napa, so if I really wanted to, I could test something like that out because Napa is really popular for hot air balloons. So obviously, the wind isn't so bad. But
so back to airships. I know that they don't openly make them for like consumer usage.
No, they don't.
But you could make one, I'm sure. I don't see why you couldn't.
Could I?
Sure, why not?
I just decided last night this has to happen. I can't just keep being that dope who's like obsessed with airships and talking about it all the time. I really, I kind of need an airship in my life, guys.
Well,
You could make one just to carry you around if you really wanted to. It won't take you
back
that much.
in
It's going to cost you some money, but
back in hold on. Now, back in the 30s and the 40s, there were people that had at home kind of airships they built on their own.
Oh,
Uh,
that would be my
you
dream
could,
come
but I
true.
mean, the thing is, getting it up and getting it licensed and putting it up there where people where you could actually, fly one around without having uh, any interference from like government or anything. That's the different story, I think.
you own your own property
Yeah,
and
but
airspace.
you have to have a license to
No, you
fly.
don't. Not on your own property, you don't.
You got to register. I mean, to do exploration, you have to cross a lot of boundaries, man. A lot of airspace.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll agree. They'll try to convince you that that's true, but it's really not.
Well,
Yeah, but I can't prove that the perimeter of Antarctica is 3 to 4 times bigger than it should be from my own property, Ryan.
yeah, it's really hard to do that, dude. Yeah.
I'd have to go up pretty
Hey,
far.
if we could triangulate and we had like a spot where we could nail down this is a solid space in space, and that we could measure from it, and we could always get the right measurement because we know it's solid in space, then I'd say we could do all that. We could actually show it. We could get excited about it. But because we can't do that, I don't think that's ever going to like produce any real like solid evidence, is it? I mean,
Well,
it
no,
might look good. It might make you feel good because you know the truth of it. But if you can't see the truth of it, then how is it really like evidence?
you should go back and watch some of my shows I did on James Ross Clark. They did do the basically what Heron's talking about with ships back
Oh, I
before.
know. But what I'm saying is it's not. Nobody's pushing it. Nobody's like out there going, look, we have all this. What's this? Like there's nobody out there. Like, I mean, God, there's thousands of people out there saying Bigfoot's real, and there's no evidence for that.
I'll get you
You
a
know what
link.
I'm saying? But yet we've got something that's actually got some evidence to it, but nobody's pushing it. Come on.
Well,
Why
there's
not?
tons of evidence, man. That's
Well, there's also tons of evidence that there's actually physics involved in the world that you're not aware of. But like I said, trying to convince people of that is like trying to, sell them a bridge.
I'll
They
pin
just
it
laugh
in the
at
back.
it. They'll say, "Well, that's not possible that some
get
uneducated
that?
person like you could come up
Come
with
around
this
front.
idea."
I'll meet you over there.
What? Oh, you talking in the background again?
Yeah, I got Santero in the back, dude.
Oh,
You asked if he can come in.
yeah, of course. I don't care.
Is it all right with you? All right. It's your
Yeah,
show, dude.
okay.
It's
I
Cookie
like it.
Monster. So.
I
Yeah.
love his voice. Love it.
Well, I have James Ross Clark's expeditions are actually documented.
What's up, my people? Do you hear me?
We hear you. Say
I'm
hi
not
to Miss Heron.
clipping.
She's next
I'm
to
not
you.
clipping.
And
Oh,
you're
Hi,
not clipping.
Miss Heron.
Santero.
How you doing, miss?
I am doing fine.
Oh, I'm good now. I'm good too.
She
How
wants an
about you,
airship,
miss?
dude. She wants an airship of her own.
Hey, man, I was thinking about building one. Let's build one.
Oh,
I'm
there you
in.
go. Yeah.
I
That
am
would be a
in.
fun task, you know? That
Oh,
would
yeah.
be a fun task. You could learn a lot of stuff.
You know what? Like, what is life about? It's not about getting up and feeling the grind every day. Like,
Yes.
clearly, we're here to create. Things that bring us passion, things that bring us joy, and we just grind under the gears every bloody day of our life. No time to do anything other than the things we don't want to, and on a bad day, you can't even friggin' do that. Like I'm at the point where I'm just so convinced that nothing else can happen. Something's got to give here. Something in this construct will benevolently assist my desire to captain an airship and hover above Negril. Really? And
Why
then
not?
when on
Yeah.
my downtime, I can just do charters.
Hey, listen, Haron, if you are thinking about it, maybe you will bring it to reality because you're just wishing it, you know?
I'm
This
not
is the way
wishing.
it
I
works.
have to. I
You
can't
have
see
to.
it
You
not
will do it.
happening.
You will do it.
It has to.
Even if it's not like a huge airship, you will get one. You'll get one.
I
You know how
love
popular you'd
that.
be if you did something crazy like that? You know how much attention you get? You get a lot.
Yeah, but I
Oh,
do a
a
bunch of
lot.
other crazy stuff that nobody cares about. So this
That's
would
okay.
be something.
Yeah, exactly.
Look
Well,
at
it
all
might
the
mean something
crazy
to
stuff
you, though. It
nobody's
means something
talking
to you.
about that I do.
It means something to
But
you, right?
but
That's
you
why
know, Haron, sorry, Ryan, for interrupting me.
go.
Cookie.
No,
You-
Haron, you know what's funny? I was watching this show on Prime. It's about that game, like you are in a how do you call this? forgot the name. Like when you go underground in a uh, when you're trying to escape like a bomb, underground.
Oh, like a
in a bomb
bomb
shelter.
shelter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, okay. This show on the in the vault they are
oh, the
in.
Pepper show you're talking
Yeah,
about? Yeah,
yeah,
like the
yeah, yeah. The vault they are in is the number 33, right? And in the trailer and everything, they show a huge airship. And I was thinking about it today. This is like something crazy. Like why an airship? Why? And they are in this dystopic world. After everything that happened. And it makes you think.
I
Oh, it
would love
makes
to
me
have
think.
one. I'd love to have an airship,
I
You
think
know
it's
but
the
what
only
though?
way to explore.
yeah, they
Speaking of
did.
bunkers, guys, if we could really go to space, why the heck would they spend all that money building bunker-like
right.
infrastructures
We just
underground?
fall out from the sky and hide. Yeah.
Good question. I think that they're not going to space, and all those bunkers underground, are a lot of that money's going to stuff like that. The rich just
But
get to spend it any way they
Well,
want.
if you
Yeah.
could prove space to me, then I might believe you. But so then forget it.
Well,
but
no,
but it's a space at the end.
yeah.
That's
Well,
fine.
it's
Like,
Space.
before you guys came in, we were having a conversation about why they want to go to the next planet, because this planet's going to go to the sun. It's just it's a chain of evolutionary planets in our solar system. So that's why we want to hop to
You're
Mars,
right.
because
We got time.
it's going to be in Earth's orbit eventually. So it's going to be like in the Goldilocks zone. So we'll
I
be
have
able
a
to inhabit
question.
it. Yeah.
The twist.
Is there gonna be
Okay.
weed?
Oh yeah, there should be.
There better be drugs and
Sign
women.
me
Yeah.
in,
Otherwise,
baby. Sign me in.
I'll get Elon on it. I'll have him call you.
Let's go,
yeah.
baby.
Make sure the government understands that we have to have sex and drugs if they want us to rock and roll. That's all I gotta say, bro. We just
Otherwise,
got
no deal, no deal. If
yeah,
they don't
no
put
deal.
that, no deal.
We'll go along with
someone
any
told
plan
me
you
they
want.
go together.
They do.
I
Yo,
heard
it will
that
be
once.
boring all these days. They're sitting there, like waiting to get to that place. How can they, man? I have to give props to these people.
Huh?
They resist a lot. They are in space for such a long time without standing from that chair in a tiny capsule. Wow, man. Props to you.
Yeah, and they don't take showers.
No, man.
No?
Oh, really?
Imagine the stank in that place. Wow.
Got
Oh yeah.
bark.
Aplausos, aplausos.
Uh, yeah, I got a comment about the last stream I did on Snell's Law. Somebody's telling me I don't understand Snell's Law, but the whole point wasn't exactly about Snell's Law. It was about actually what refraction is, and the nonsense they have to add to their model. They have what they call a refractive index that goes
Oh, yeah.
across the board. It actually fits to the size of the globe, so it flattens out the globe. All the refraction makes the globe look flat. It's just another excuse, dude. That's all it is.
Excuses, 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 baby.
It's like a double-edged sword because ever since I figured out we're not on a giant ball hurtling into the vacuum of space, I have been pretty life's been pretty easy breezy, but I'm realizing that I have a real anger issue because when I hear fucking shit like that, Roger, I get really upset.
So do I.
I need to go to Mars because we're gonna get sucked into the sun. I want to punch shit hard.
We
Sorry
can't
for the
deal with our fucking
vulgarities,
drug
but
addicts in this
That's all right.
it's true.
talking about going to space. Fuck you guys. We need to figure out what the fuck's going on with people, bro.
I did a mainstream documentary. I reviewed it. It's about basically what they believe the solar system's doing. We're going to be a star one day. The Earth is
Right.
going to explode and become a star of its own, and have a sun and have its own solar system. It's the evolution of the solar system. It's how the planets are born and the stars are born. You've heard of the cradle of stars that are in the sky, like the pillars of creation. The galaxies that are in there are like it's where all the stars and planets are born. We're part of that cycle. So
I saw that cartoon.
It's a good cartoon.
Yeah, I saw that one too. That CGI mess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've also
I,
seen
I,
lots of.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. This is crazy because I love science fiction. I love thinking about all these movies and shit. we all love imagination, but we know this is not real. So when I see all these people like, oh no, because we're gonna go to the moon, man, come on,
Space
brother,
lettuce.
wake up,
Yeah, we need
wake
space lettuce.
up.
Like everyone base. Like, okay, you guys think I like airships? Do you want to know what my like fantasy was before?
Oh yeah.
When
What
I
was
was like a space head, when I loved outer space, like I didn't say happy birthday to people. I said, have a happy annual orbit, like a nerd. You know, I
Mamma mia.
loved space
I can hear
so
you saying
much
that though.
that I was committed. When I turned 100, I was going to
No
go
way.
into a rocket and throw myself into a black hole just to
Are
see.
you?
Just to see.
The event horizon will tear you apart.
I don't care. I would know what it was like and I would die a happy woman. That was if like this was 10 years ago, this is
Pull
this
apart
is the
molecularly,
bullshit I'd be
right?
talking about in your chat right now.
Yeah. You'd be
But
you'd be spaghettified, is what they call it. Yeah. It would stretch you out, and you would.
fine.
Yeah.
But there would be like a really horrifying 5 seconds where I'd be like, "Holy cow." And it would
Yeah,
be
5
great.
seconds.
You're going to
You
become
know?
part of the universe. That's what you were going to become. Yeah.
But you have to let go. If a dream isn't real and can't happen, like if I can't hurtle into a black hole, you have to find
I
other
get
things that make you passion in this world. Hence
I got
airship.
Yeah,
that.
Anyways, listen,
Amen.
Ryan, thanks
Hold
for
on.
letting me join your little appreciation day. I appreciate you, sir. Roger, that goes for you too. Santero,
Oh,
what
thank
a delight. I'm gonna hop off, guys, because my phone is
Okay.
rapidly
You're welcome.
depleting. But
I don't know what I did.
always a
It
pleasure.
is my
Thanks for letting
pleasure.
me throw that out there. Santero,
anytime.
I'm
It
gonna
is
call you when I'm ready to
it
throw
is
down on
my
the.
pleasure. It is my pleasure, Mrs. Hera. Remember the curve, the glove curve level.
You say
Yeah.
that now, but when I'm emailing you with plans for an airship, brother, you're gonna regret saying that.
You got email? What's
Let's
that?
go, babe. Let's go.
Nobody
All
emails me
right.
anymore.
Let's go.
I don't email anyone, honestly. But
Well, at least you're
if you
not
had an
throwing yourself
iPhone,
into
you
a
could
black
get into
hole.
I
headquarters.
think that's cool.
I think it would be a waste to throw yourself into a black hole, Miss Aaron. That's
I
just
was
my.
Yeah,
at my
you want
100th
something really
birthday,
good.
guys.
Yeah.
What else are
Yeah.
you gonna do when you're 100?
I don't know. Not
I
throw
don't
myself
know.
into a black
Hurtle
hole.
into a black hole
12 years.
and have
I
the
mean,
best 5 seconds of your existence.
I'm gonna be making cathedrals when I'm 100.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
but
Mark that
black
in.
holes don't exist, so you just be
The-
dreaming.
All right, guys. I got a question for you. Does anybody know a Seth?
Who?
Seth.
Seth? Who? Rogan?
I don't know. Yeah. No, I don't know. But there's a Seth wanting to join the call. So
No,
nah, I
Seth?
don't know.
I can't think of one.
no hablo inglés, señor. No hablo inglés.
If you don't know him, I don't know him.
As Seth, go type in the main chat. Tell me who you are. We'll talk. They won't do that because if they're trolls, they get blocked in the main chat.
Space doesn't exist, bro. I'm telling you right now. Space doesn't exist, but space code does.
He's probably here to school me in what the laws of refraction are.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be
Yeah.
some retarded thing that makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
Of course.
And how black
Okay.
holes are real.
And zero references, of course.
Yeah.
Big
Just
love, guys.
hearsay.
I'm out.
Later, Miss Aaron.
Oh, yeah.
Ciao, Hero.
So I told you I said hi.
Hello to all the chat. Hello to all the chat. Lev, all the guys right there. David, everybody.
Oh, David's in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We
David
were-
Koresh. Yeah.
Bro, we were watching something on Mikey's channel. Oh my god.
Oh,
man,
we
I was
watched some of
scrolling.
that. Oh yeah. that
Oh
was
my
horrible.
god,
Oh,
that
you
was
over there?
crazy, man. That was crazy. A guy, listen. A guy who
man.
think he's a woman
Yeah.
lecturing people about reality.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
funny.
understand? Do
We-
you
we
get it? Do you get
get
it, bro? It's
Do you
like
get
like it makes my brain hurts. Sorry guys.
Yeah.
It's,
It's like
Yes,
me.
it does.
It's like me
sends me on
giving.
tilt.
It's like me giving a lecture on neurosurgery. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Bro, you never even took a knife in your hand.
What does this nerve do, man? Like, hold still.
Or that.
No. Not gonna
That would be a nice telenovela. El
Crash
Hospital
course
de
in research.
Rogelio.
That was right. That'd be funny. Let's do that, Roger. Let's make that happen.
Yeah, we will.
El
I'll
Hospital de Rogelio.
We'll get someone to donate their brain to science, so that way we can,
Yeah,
make
we'll
that
get.
happen.
I'll get a brain in a jar. So, do
Oh
you see my manifesto? It's a dome killer. It's a sophistry tale.
A dome
Let's
killer,
see.
huh?
Yeah. Well, it's sophistry. They try to kill the actual evidence of a dome with sophistry, basically. It's
Well, you
rhetoric.
ask a guy like what altitude does it become zero and where weightlessness begins, and it can't give you an answer, but it'll swear that that's actually going to happen if you go up there.
And well, I asked IC Spin, where does the gravitational field of the Earth end, and he never gave me an answer.
They can't give you an answer because they don't know. It's just supposedly gravity holds it down, so they don't know where it starts. Like it's up in the air.
I
Because if
love
they nail it
fixing
down,
the
they'll
rest
have
person.
to actually stick to it. This
There
is
is
better if
no
we
answer. There is no answer to that shit.
gotta
It's
stay vague so
fantasy.
you can
Mhm.
deny it. Yeah, plausible deniability. That's what it's about.
You can invent anything you want. I can say there is a cow in outer space farting, and when it
Yeah.
farts, create new galaxy. And
Oh, nice.
you
It
you
causes,
saw what you
it
saw what
causes
that
both.
guy did with the 3A Atlas. He just made up some bullshit and people
Oh,
buy
it's
it, and
Voy.
there's a lot
That's
of
who's in there.
content about it. You know.
Okay, that Seth is Voy. It's Voy. I will let him in.
Oh, Seth is boy. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You sure?
He told me, hey, Voy, how you
Okay.
doing? Hold on. He'll answer me.
I'm not hearing you.
Hey, Seth. Voy.
Hello.
Hello. You're muted, dude.
Wait.
Voy.
Is me?
I recognize the voice. Yes, it is. There's a link pinned in the back. You're good.
Oh, you're
You can
still talking to
click it,
us.
go,
I
and
was
I'll put
looking
you
to
out
see
front
if I
with the rest of us. You see it?
Man, I'm starting to like this shit.
You are.
know,
That's
maybe
my sweater. I'm dressed up like an owl right now.
fucking chappies, man. What the fuck is wrong with
If you just click the restream link, it's in the message in the back here.
You must click the link and then close this link, otherwise it'll open and it'll make noise in the background.
Okay.
ladies
Here, I'll
and
repin it. See if you
gentlemen,
can see it.
Boy should know.
ladies and gentlemen.
Exit out of here and go into that one.
Yeah, you got to close this one out.
Yeah.
'Cause it's
Yes,
fun.
this is where I catch the trolls.
This is the honeypot.
Yeah, he's coming up.
You should hold his hand first. Make sure you hold his hand while he's in
Yeah.
here.
He's gonna go through a black hole and come out the other side.
Yeah, that was gonna say find a black hole to find his way here. Go through a portal. Or got a portal over here. I got the blue side. You got is the red side on your side yet?
He said he's accustomed to going through a black hole.
Yeah, customs right. It's through the black hole. Yeah.
There he is. There's Voy. Hey, Voy.
Just like that on the other side, you know. So
Hey boy, what's up, boy?
totally congruent on the other side of the black hole. You know,
There you are. No,
nothing changed.
nothing changed.
Space.
I thought everything was mirrored. Like you can pass yourself while you're going through a black hole. Like, oh, there's me.
I mean, when I came through the last black hole, it said Cookie Monster, so I think my PC is now riddled with cookies. But okay, That's
littered
okay.
with cookies now, huh? Are they chocolate chip? Are they peanut butter? Or what flavor you got?
yeah.
Did you find my realm where everything's made from cookies?
Yeah, he's in the cookie realm. Yeah.
Raspberry. I like
Everything's
raspberry
made
cookies.
Raspberry cookies. That sounds delicious, boy.
Yeah.
E.
Of course.
Oh, Jim Anus is in the house. I got to play one.
Yeah,
of his
I just step away, you know, because I don't have any camera etiquette or microphone etiquette. But I will not fart or burp in your face. You know.
Oh, that's nice of you.
I might step away.
But what if we like that though?
And cookie, you're giving it away, dude.
We appreciate you, boy, for doing this.
Oh, yeah, thanks for coming on. This is Appreciation Week for the cookie.
Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome to Mr. Ryan's Appreciation Week. Please light your blunt and get ready to rumble.
Oh,
Don't
God.
bend over yet. Don't bend.
Don't bend over, not yet.
Bro, I'm starting to like this shit. Maybe I'm gonna start streaming
work
too.
to
I'm
bring
gonna
the little
start
bit to
talking
the
shit.
Do it, man. Do it. I'd watch your shows.
Man, you're gonna crap out.
So that now that Jim is here, we can play as one of his observations. He did one with a telescopic lens from a telescope. It's one of his new ones. Yeah, it's serious. Yeah.
Got himself a copy. Huh? All right.
Oh, yeah. Sirius from the anus. Yeah. The
Nice.
Sirius anus. Yeah.
The dog star.
Roof.
The dog bar. Dog bar.
Oh, you got some rock and roll on this one. Check it out. Listen.
Hey, I rock it.
Yeah, I don't like this one. I watched it earlier. This is done with a telescope lens, so you really can't see Sirius like you do with the rest of the observations. Look at it.
With the augmentation. I think that's what he's
Telescopes suck.
You know what he's trying to show you? That it's not good.
It gets better with the P900 or even the monoscope.
Right? It's all like slippery. I want to know what it is that we saw when we saw those wiggles. I really do want to know what the hell that was. 'Cause I'm sure that there's an explanation for it. It may not be one that we all expect.
We
But
can't hear you, Ryan. Oh, let me turn this down. You're way too muffled. Now, say what you're saying again.
I said those wiggle things are bothering me because we never really have ironed out like what the hell we saw that day. Like whether it was some kind of electronic anomaly or whether it's something that, because to me it's like that's, to me when I see something like that, something that looks like it might be alive, it scares the shit out of me, and it makes me want to know what the fuck is it that I don't know about the place where I live, where something like that could actually be true, and me get a vision of it and see it with my own eyes, and then go wait a minute, what?
Huh?
Like, you mean to tell me this stuff's real? Like, wait a minute, you know, like, what the fuck is going on? No, reality is much more interesting than
Just to clarify for the audience, man, you're talking about the wiggles that we saw in Mikey's video with the moon, right? The squirmy things that hop from one side of the
because
moon to
when
the
I
other.
were over there, somebody mentioned it in the chat, and so of course it reminded me.
Nice.
And according to Mikey, he's seen them plenty of times, and he said, yeah, so that's great, but I named them wiggles, and I don't care.
Yeah, but what are they? Yeah.
I don't know. They wiggle, but that's the only thing I can tell. They look like wiggly lights. Worms, maybe. I don't know. Electricity, maybe. I don't
like
know.
current jumping from one side to the other to me. That's what it
It
looks
might
like.
be some kind of collective magnetism, or I don't know what the fuck it is, but I think that if we look for the actual answer to it, we might actually learn something about the moon or about what we see as the moon and why we see it that way. But of course, getting the people even take it seriously is a whole other story, right?
Yeah.
Because
well,
you know, why would you want to know something that's amazing and true, right? Like that we just caught by accident. Like that has to have been set up, right? Has to be fake.
I
I
tell you
don't know.
what, Ryan, you should do this. Actually, start doing observations of the moon yourself and recording them. See if you can catch them
I
yourself.
thought about that, but I've never seen nothing like that before, and I honestly don't believe that I'll ever see it. But I did see it in his video, but that doesn't that. Like I said, because I've never seen anything like that in real life, and I've looked through telescopes, don't get me wrong. I've got one myself. My buddy's got one that's electronic, and it'll follow any star you want, whatever. So it's not like I don't know how to use the things and see the things that you see, but all I see is like little pebbles floating in the sky. That's all I see, dude. I see little lights floating around. I don't see anything else. I don't see planets. I don't see all that bullshit that you
Well,
see.
that's why you need to get something better than your eyeball. Something more powerful.
Well, I think the best way to view it would be to get as close to the dome and then take a picture of it or look at it yourself. But because I think a camera is always going to be augmented some way because you have to use a lens in order to get the picture, right?
Yeah, that's why I did that show on Snell's Law. Basically, the lens is going to affect it. Yeah,
the lens would shape like your eye, right? And then you could get an exact match so that you could see it like what it was in 3 dimensions too, so that you could.
I feel you, Ryan. I feel you. But bro, in my opinion, we will never get these answers. It's
no,
impossible.
but why can't we though? That's the problem. The problem that's how I know that this is true. That I know the Earth is flat is because they can't fucking answer that question.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Because
logical.
they know.
People should be able to answer that logical question. Why not?
Bro, you can describe the phenomena, but you cannot know the noumena. You cannot know
understand.
you can put words for anything. I can explain anything to you, but it doesn't matter. It's not the way it actually works.
You're right. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I know you're right. You're right. It probably works a different way, but we've been
It's
lied
good
to.
that we try to understand it and we develop ways in which we can use this knowledge, but at
Mhm.
the end, trying to find out about something that we cannot even touch is
Yeah,
impossible.
Well,
We
so
don't even
we,
know.
yeah,
We
we
don't
have no
even
knowledge.
know the stuff
Yeah.
we touch. We
Yeah,
we make stuff. We don't even know how it works, but we make it work. You know?
it makes more sense to just to get in touch with culture and architecture and nature than to think
Yes,
about
yes, it does.
I love it,
God,
man. I love it. I love it.
Well, I
That's
agree with you in
that's
some
why I
sense.
love drawing and all this stuff.
right? Yeah.
I want an answer. I want a physical,
Yeah, see that
provable,
you
testable,
never get,
repeatable
you
answer to
never
these
get to
questions.
the answer. I mean, is this earthly realm not enough for you? Is that not
Oh,
enough?
yeah. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to leave. I think this is a great place in some sense. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't love it or anything because I think it's a place of you're here to learn, and that's not always fun. So I'm
Yeah.
not saying that I love this place. I see the good points in it, and I also see the shitty parts. But
Yeah, well,
why I'm here, I don't really know, and that's really what I'm trying to get answered. Right? I'm trying to
This
get
is why
who put
we
me on
are
the spot.
here. This is what
yeah,
we're talking right now.
yeah.
Trying to find
There
out
you
what
go.
the fuck is going on,
You're killing your brain trying to figure out stuff you're not going to be able to figure out.
bro. That's crazy.
That's what I've been trying to say. Is like that's why I try to focus on the things that I think I can find out. And I think there's a
Exactly.
lot of stuff that we like. I can
That's
prove
why
the
you
Earth.
sound like a raving
Realistically,
madman, dude.
Yeah,
yeah. I can only prove it to you though if you listen to me and you take me seriously, right?
Well, I do.
yeah.
Like I can
I
tell you I have a
understand you
flying
right
pig,
now.
but until I actually show you the pig fly, you're not going to really believe it. But once you see me show you the pig fly, you're going to go, "Holy shit, he does have a pig that flies!" And you'll stand on the corner and you'll scream it, won't you? Because you've seen it, you know it's true, right? That's simple, right? Well, why don't we have evidence like that? Why is it all intangible, untestable, unrepeatable, unprovable bullshit? It's just ridiculous that we live in a system where we allow that to be true. It's bad. It's stupid. It's ignorant of us to actually tolerate that shit. It makes us dumb. It really does. It makes
Yeah,
us
but
ignorant.
you know something, brother. I have a friend. He's a very wise guy. He told me, brother, you are a lion. You don't chase rats. You
There
know,
you go. Don't chase rats.
let everybody do their own trip. We will
Yeah.
find out eventually, even if it's not now in this life or whatever you wanna call it, or maybe not in this realm or whatever. I don't know, but we will find out someday.
In other words, basically, don't worry about it. Only uh, learn about the world around you.
Yeah,
What you can touch, what you can taste, what you can feel. Yeah,
And now you know why I
yeah.
chop wood, because it's satisfying and it's good exercise. You know what I mean? And
No,
it
but
feels good. I feel better
No, but
after I
I
split
feel you,
it.
man. I feel you because sometimes I have these questions myself. I start talking about this with my wife and shit, and she always says the same thing. Yeah, but why do you care?
I know my wife says the same thing. It's like
you
I don't
know?
understand. You guys work on all emotion. How do you not understand why we care so much about these things?
Yeah,
Like you
man.
get
Yeah.
emotion. What do you mean you don't understand why we let
Yo,
it?
they cry watching Netflix, but they don't understand when we get mad when we are being told lies.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good point. Like
Mm-hmm.
last night, I went to Rhonda. I'm like, Rhonda, I was talking about the gravitational model that they built. Like, I see how they get the depression points and how they built their model. She's like, I don't want to hear about any of it. I don't
Yeah, I
care.
know. But I don't blame her. I'm the same way. I'll tell you the same thing. I'll be like, you know what? That's great, Roger, that you convinced yourself of another reason why what we know is true. But the problem is that it's not going to help convince anybody else necessarily, and that can be really
Because most people
frustrating.
don't care, dude. They really don't.
So, yeah, not only do they don't care, they're just not going to listen to you long enough to actually get any information out of it.
Yeah, but
Because
they
it's
they
just like
pay, they pay other people to lie to them about their own reality, and they'd rather hear
what's
that
more
than they
important
would
to get
actually
them
like
to
to
go to work
discover
every day
anything.
and make sure they
Yeah.
pay their bills. That's what's more important to them.
Roger,
Okay,
is
that's all.
this a video of you in your younger days?
Yes, it is. It's me when I was much younger. No, Miss
Cyrus
Heron gave
Pyro,
me this
he's really
video. She
funny.
wanted to play it. Yeah.
Cyrus Pyro is a very smart kid, and I'd
Ah,
be afraid of that dude if I were you. He'd probably kill you in 10 seconds if he
This
wanted to.
guy? Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one that gave me the idea for making those microwave guns that I've got in the garage.
Yeah, well, I want to see what he's going to do with the microwave. It's
Yeah,
going to be
he's gonna do
interesting.
something fun. Watch.
Heron texted me this video, so I wanted to play it
I
for him.
love this guy. He cracks me up, dude. He really does.
All right, let's see what he does. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Definitely ready.
I got to get volume to him.
Watts. Well, I'm wondering what kind of fun could be had with an oven that's 20 times stronger. Now, I'm sure many of you have wondered this as well. But if not,
Yeah.
there are a few things that a 20,000 watt microwave would accomplish. Now, the obvious one is cooking food faster. I mean, in this day and age, I shouldn't have to wait minutes to cook a Hot Pocket. Oh no, this should take seconds. Microwave experiments should be 20 times more exciting as well. I mean, even an oven like this is capable of some cool tricks. So I'm hoping that throwing obscene powers at these classic demos will give some fun surprises. And this brings up my last point. The plasmas that could be made would be hellish. Like seriously, if you thought plasmas in a normal oven were cool, imagine the kind of witchcraft that you could pull off at extreme power. Is there anything that it wouldn't melt? There's only one way to find out.
One more thing. Don't try this at home, kids.
Let's build a
please don't.
20,000 watt microwave. So, how do you get 20,000 watts out of a microwave oven? Well, you only need to upgrade 2 components. Let me open one of these up and show you what I mean. Now, I gotta say it, the power supply in a microwave oven is lethal. In fact, when science hobbyists get killed by their projects, more often than not, it's because they were screwing around with microwave parts like these. Anyway, this right here is what generates the microwave radiation in an oven. It's called a magnetron.
Yep.
Now, interestingly,
Seen those.
this is actually a vacuum tube, which means unlike phones, TVs, and radios, the main technology in microwaves is the same as it was 70 years ago. Pretty cool, right? So can you just dump more power into this magnetron and get more power out? Well, you can, but only to a point. I've actually tried this, but I only got to a few thousand watts before it blew up, so this method won't get me to 20 kilowatts. I simply need a bigger magnetron. Now, unfortunately, even though oven magnetrons are a dime a dozen, big ones are really hard to come by. In fact, I've been waiting for years to make a video like this, but I simply couldn't find a big magnetron. However, my luck finally changed. Enter the Megatron. This water-cooled beast is rated for 16,000 watts of drive power, and I plan on pushing it to 20. It's actually kind of funny that I'm even allowed to own this. Now, there's a bit of lore to how I obtained this beast. It was an eBay purchase, but it was not me that found the listing. It was the notorious Discord entity Charizard Wrecked that tipped me off to some monster magnetrons being sold as heat
And
exchange.
believe it or not, we actually have come and goes here.
Yeah, see, you could really build this stuff, guys. It's really true stuff. It's not jokes. Like
$124 for that one.
If you couldn't build one, why would they make a pattern of it?
Yeah.
well, you could make
Man,
your own,
what
but you need metal.
Yeah,
in
that's
there.
exactly, and then also you can build it, but if they catch you building stuff, you know what they do. They start fucking
Yeah,
with you.
but if you think about it, this kid does it, and he tests it on his own property, and he takes videos, and he doesn't go to prison. So obviously, it's not illegal like you think it is.
No.
But I mean,
at
the
the
question
end,
is, what are you going to do with something that powerful, dude?
I don't know.
Yeah, it depends on what you do with it. If you do something like to harm some people, then yeah, you're probably going to go to prison. But if you're just
Maybe pack
testing it
a
on your
chunk of
property, I
air.
don't see what the big deal is.
The thing with these machines is if they would work, they would not be legal to sell them, especially not on the internet. So
Oh yeah.
it is the thing is
Actually, because I can go to your house
thing
and
is,
I'm out of
with these
and there's nothing the
with these
government can do about it.
patents, I mean, you can actually make your combustion engine into hydrogen combustion engine pretty easily, you know. But you can't sell the idea and you can sell the kit, but you cannot sell the engine. That's basically what it comes down to.
Yeah, I
So-
get you. I understand.
A way of stopping
Yeah,
it. Yeah, you're
that's the law, right? So it's not for sale. You have to build it yourself, or you have to adapt another engine. You have to know what you're doing.
Yeah,
More or
I
less.
think kids do
More or
that.
less.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty easy. I remember doing mechanics on my own moped back in the days, you know, when I was 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah.
I've been there, but I never had a conversion kit from hydrogen gas.
No, me neither. But I mean, I understand the process. I understand the process, and I see like, yeah, man. I mean, that it does make sense. Of course, it does work. It does work.
Yeah. But there's too many patents out there, and and the industry itself is geared toward one particular model. You know what I'm saying? They don't
Hmm.
want you to put that on the product on the market. It's going to be hard as hell to manufacture
You
some
can't sell it.
alternative.
You can't
No.
sell it, but by law, by law. I
Yeah.
mean, they've got everything dichtgetimmerd, how we say it in Dutch, but I don't know. Everything is fenced off. All these
Right.
possibilities are totally fenced off, so you can't even get there. So
It's regulated for sure. They don't
yeah,
want anything out on the market that if you don't have to go to the gas pump and pay the piper, they don't want you driving it. Really, tell you the truth.
yeah,
They're lucky they got electric cars now.
yeah. Yeah, but and that's that's the nitty gritty of it, right? It's so you cannot buy these things online. No way, no way.
Nah. Now let's
But
see where he's
it
going with
looks
this.
fun. It looks fun, and you're only gonna lose like $125. So
Yeah, why not? Let's go for it. You ready? Let's go buy a magnetron and make a microwave that can cook your sandwich in 1 second flat. Boom. Why wait 5 minutes to heat that pot pie up when you can have it in 30 seconds? Yeah.
yeah, Uber nuke it, right?
Yeah. A super microwave on steroids. Now let's see what he does with it.
Rangers. I bought a few, and although one came DOA, two were still functional. I was salty about the dead unit, but then a scorpion jumped out of the package, which I thought was a pretty cool consolation prize. Anyway, what do I do with this now? So can I just jam this thing in there and call it a day? Well, there's one problem with that. It don't fit. I could have just built a bigger waveguide, but I thought back to some of the oldest microwaves that I took apart over the years. And I remembered that some of the oldest ones had big waveguides inside of them. So I picked up this old radar range microwave from the 70s, and I just love how it looks. But to be honest, it's also just built like a tank. Like, they don't make microwaves like they used to. Gosh, this thing weighs like 80 or 90 pounds, I think. So it's a real beast. The huge magnetron fits perfectly inside the oven, but it brings up another issue. How am I going to power it? I need 20 times more power than this thing can provide. So perhaps I can take apart 20 microwaves, chain together the transformers, and power it that way? Nope, that sounds horrible. I have a better solution in mind. I bought this cute distribution.
This brings up a thought: burning down the house. Oh, imagine tying all those transformers together and empowering your. And now he's got a pole transformer here. That might work.
I don't even get close to a transformer like this, even if it's not on, man. I respect electricity.
Oh yeah, you got to know it will bite you, man. I grabbed a hold of a cathode ray nipple while my dad was repairing the TV to when I was like 5. It threw me across the room, dude, and I hit the wall like boom. it'll hurt.
Yeah, it hurts.
And this one, the ceramic tops on it, that won't protect you. Hey, sorry. Grab a hold of one of them. Try it.
Perfect for the job. Now, it is technically a bit undersized for the load, but for short runs, it'll be fine. All right, it's all wired up now. Let's fire this beast up.
Wow.
Now, before I stick anything crazy in there, I just want to try boiling some water to make sure it actually works. Now, I will admit that running this thing isn't quite as straightforward as running a household oven, so let me show you the startup sequence. Now, you do have to close the door because there's no safety interlock to prevent you from cooking the room if you leave it open. So I'm going to start by firing up this water pump here. So next, I'm going to go here and fire up the magnetron filament. Next, I'm going to hit this switch here, which energizes that boosting auto transformer, which then feeds my Variac. And now, I'm going to take my Variac and crank it all the way to 100. And this switch right here is what finally powers it up. So, let's boil some water. A typical microwave oven takes nearly 2 minutes to bring a cup of water to its boiling point. This one goes beyond that in seconds. Yes, water actually explodes because it superheats faster than it can boil. If water explodes in there, imagine what'll happen.
Now you see why they regulate these things. Man, the things I could have done when I was growing up, if I had that kind of. One can dream.
The things you aren't supposed to microwave. I'm sure you're dying to see how fast food will cook in that thing. But the fact that it makes water explode means I gotta try some of the classic microwave experiments first. So, let's see what it does to a light bulb. What could possibly go wrong? All right. Here we go. Wow. It's just instantaneous. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's hilarious. Look at that. It just turned it into dust. Oh, that is so funny. Jeez. By comparison, when I tried this in a normal oven, it took nearly 10 seconds to melt through, and it didn't even come close to exploding. Is it a good idea to microwave an egg? Let's find out.
No.
All right. Here we go.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. I tried an egg in a normal oven as well, and it took over 30 seconds to pop and wasn't nearly as violent. I'm curious what'll happen to a plasma globe inside this thing.
Ooh. There we go.
All right. How do I even do this kind of stuff? That was so loud. Oh my gosh. Wow. That was crazy. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. It's just like powder. Oh, you gotta see this. That was reduced into dust. Into
See the
just
film.
dust.
Oh, it's all gone.
There's like, those pieces are so tiny. That's crazy. That actually exploded so violently that bits of glass shot holes in the Mica waveguide cover. Yikes. Now, speaking of plasma, the metallic coating on this chip bag should be pretty interesting. Let's activate the shrink ray. Instantly. A lit candle can be crazy in a normal oven, so I figured it'd be worth trying in this thing as well.
That's cool.
A funny side effect of all that plasma is that it turns the air in there into deadly nitrogen dioxide gas, which gives it that brown color. Now, if you're wondering how I'm filming inside the oven, I just have a hole drilled in the cavity there. And then over here, I just have a cell phone that's just taped to the walls there. Now this works because the hole is pretty small relative to the microwave wavelength, so it doesn't let much radiation out. Now, I'm not the first YouTuber to use this technique. I think Cody's Lab was the first to do it on YouTube.
Oh, Cody.
But then Nile Red has a good video on.
Oh, this is interesting so far. Thanks, Miss Heron. We're having a blast. We got a new one in.
When I see this kind of videos of all these guys like Nile Red and all these guys, I always wonder about their secret projects and stuff they do they don't show, man. This is what I wonder, because they are really smart guys, you know.
Oh yeah. And Cody's Lab's got a couple of vacuum chambers he plays with, but I don't know what else he does on the other side. He likes to float things in mercury too. If you ever watch this show, yeah, he took an anvil. He showed how
I saw that one. I saw
mercury. Yeah.
When he hit it with the hammer, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. made a ding.
Yeah, I've seen that video. That's like so awesome.
It's
You know,
wild.
to
It's
to see an
wild.
anvil float. Right.
Yeah.
That's-
It is cool. Yeah.
yeah.
Gravity, gravity, gravity.
Gravity. Ah, what about gravity? Oh, speaking of gravity, I was
Gravity is just another word for heaviness. You know.
Yeah.
That's-
Weight.
that's-
Yeah.
it's
Faith.
weight. Yeah.
So yeah, we were actually reviewing the Bart Sabrell video. Have you seen that one? He did the interview with the astronaut.
Yeah, I told you about it. I remember. Yeah.
Oh, that's right, you did, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
We were looking at it. I haven't done the full thing. I like to do the whole thing one day.
Hey, we gotta do it. We gotta do it.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. That show was wild. I remember I was scrolling and I was like, no, I gotta show this to the guys. I copied the link and everything. It's
Yeah.
crazy, man. It's crazy. It's out
It
of
is.
the world.
I
But
got
this is
it.
good because people is going to see it. They're gonna see it. Some people will say it's bullshit, but some other they're gonna say like, there's something here.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He's definitely got the astronaut in that video on the ropes, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
wondering. If there's I don't think there's ever going to be full disclosure like with anything else. They're not going to like, oh yeah, by the way, we faked all that and all that money we spent, you guys spent on going to the moon.
No,
We
but
did it in the
I
back
think they're
lot.
gonna do it like gradually, like step by step. They're gonna be changing stuff, and people are not gonna remember about it.
Yeah. Well, like we were
All
talking
of
about
all of a
airship.
sudden, we're gonna be. This is just like 1984. George Orwell. They change
Yeah.
it. They change it. Nobody knows the truth.
Well, eventually, I mean, people that are watching this stuff will actually get to the truth. Oh,
Of
wait a
course, of course.
minute. Yeah. This guy puts a bag of popcorn in here. Let's check it out. There's a pickle there. Let's see. Where's there it is. The popcorn. Let's see what how fast it takes to make popcorn. Oh, and a potato too. Let's try that one. We'll take a look at I want to take a more look at the Bart Sabrell interview. We'll do that next.
Let's go.
What happened? What happened? There you go.
Anyway, I think it's time we cook some actual food in this thing. And it's funny because after years of doing everything with a microwave that you're not supposed to, I'm finally going to come full circle and use a microwave oven to simply heat some food. Let's start with a Hot Pocket. The instructions say it needs to cook for nearly 3 minutes in a puny home oven. I'm hoping this macrowave will cook it faster. Well, it didn't explode, but I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Okay. I think it's done.
Alright, let's take a look. Oh yeah, looks done. Oh yeah, it feels done too. Well, there's your 10-second Hot Pocket. Now the most surprising part about this is that it cooked evenly, because I know this oven has some hot spots. I wonder how quickly a hot dog will cook in this thing.
I can see an explosion in the future.
I was kinda hoping it would explode, but at least it was cooked in seconds. I actually left it in there way too long judging by what it looks like afterwards. I chucked a potato in there without stabbing any holes in it, also with the hope that it would explode, but unfortunately, it simply flash cooked like it was supposed to. It did make some funny whistling sounds though. In fact, a lot of foods make that funny whistle, and pickles turned out to be one of the best noisemakers. Let's test another microwave food classic, popcorn. This one was actually kind of disappointing because it took 30 seconds to pop fully. Now this is several times faster than a normal oven, but I was hoping it'd be instantaneous. At least it didn't burn though. Now it's time for everybody's favorite food to microwave, the grape. And you know what? Let me go ahead and cut it almost in half, just to make sure, it heats nice and evenly, Like this. And yeet. Unfortunately, the fragrant smell of roasted grape is hidden by the suffocating nitrogen dioxide fumes, which is the deadly brown gas left in the beaker there. Instead of cutting a grape in half, I just tossed in some unmodified grapes to see if I get the same result. Yep, grapes are haunted. These grape plasmas are incredibly bright, but of particular interest is their color. They glow white and even have bits of blue coming through. I'm wondering if they're being heated beyond white hot to blue hot. The big brain way to answer this question would be to take a UV visible spectrum, fit it to the Planck radiation law, and determine the temperature that way. But you know what? That doesn't sound nearly as fun as chucking a bunch of metal in there and seeing what kind of hell is unleashed. So yeah, let's do that.
There you go.
Let's see if the macrowave can melt magnesium ribbon, or at least see what kind of plasma it'll make. Not only did it melt and burn in there, but it also managed to show off some of its green spectral colors, which is in contrast to the white you get by simply burning it in air. Aluminum melts at only slightly higher temperatures than magnesium, but for the sake of curiosity, I'm going to toss some foil in there anyway. Alright, here goes nothing.
Ooh. Nice blue.
Now that is like an arc furnace. Oh my goodness. Now it's time for something more challenging. Copper needs to be very hot before it melts, so let's see how it holds up in the macrowave. Oh yeah, it melted almost instantly. Now this also brings up an important point about the glass.
Yeah, it gets hot.
It's actually astonishing how well these Pyrex beakers have held up to the plasma. The same cannot be said about this Pyrex bakeware. The difference is that the beakers are made from borosilicate glass, which has very low thermal expansion. Pyrex bakeware used to be made from this as well, but has since been changed to tempered float glass, and its internal stress patterns are easy to see in a polariscope. This change is unfortunate for home science, but it does make for less dangerous breaks in the kitchen, as it tends to explode into tiny bits as opposed to razor shards. Anyway, let's move on.
One Thanksgiving, I had a casserole, one of those Pyrexes, and I think it got too much steam in it, and it actually just, I reached into the oven, and it actually just shattered everywhere. Yeah, that ruined Thanksgiving. We're having fun with the microwave, aren't we?
Up the temperature scale to some thermite. Thermite is so hard to ignite that you can buy it pre-mixed and have it shipped to you without crazy restrictions. I'm hoping this
Yeah, don't tell a terrorist about that.
macrowave can achieve its high ignition point. Yeet! Huh, so that's what it took to break one of those beakers. It basically just exploded in there. All the iron product is dispersed in little droplets. That was fun. Although that reaction made molten iron, it was kind of cheating due to all the chemical energy released. Let's try directly melting some iron in the form of steel wool. Yep, no problem there. Next on the list is titanium. This stuff is quite hard to melt, but I think the macrowave can pull it off. Alright, let's melt some titanium.
I've seen the light.
I haven't seen spots for a long time. That was so bright. Oh my goodness. Oh my.
I just got one question for you, Heron. What possessed you to send me this video?
Mamma mia, era for sure. Yo, this guy is gonna transform himself in Incredible Hulk. You know.
No, yeah. He's gonna radiate himself. Did you see it
Yeah.
go through the window in that first? What did he
Madre
melt?
mía, it's crazy. This is
Oh
crazy.
man, yeah. Oh, kids.
Alright, let's take a look at the damage here. Well, the glitter in that plate, but the titanium. Oh yeah, that melted. I can see it beaded up there. Nice.
I'm running out of metals with higher melting points, so this time I'm going to try making rubies, based on a cool video by Nighthawk and Light. Okay, so I ran into a lot of issues with this one, but it was mostly due to stupidity on my part. The gist of this procedure is that you use a microwave plasma to melt an alumina chromium mix.
What'd you say, Ryan? Ryan?
Yeah.
What'd you say? We couldn't
I
hear you
think
over the video.
it's funny that he talks about, I was running out of metals with higher melting points, But now you imagine if you can do this in your garage with some toy that you buy from some guy online, right? And now you imagine what the government can probably make.
Oh yeah.
And then you wonder, and then you start wondering, like, is it really possible? Do you think that the government could use stuff like this on a whole town or a whole city or whatever? Nah, sure. Why would they do?
Well, yeah, that kind of explains Sodom and Gomorrah too.
Of course.
Think about like all the stuff that they're dumping into the chemtrails too. The heavy metals they put in there, what it's doing to you. If these are the kind of heavy metals that they're dumping out.
That you're not aware of because you don't have a microwave meter in your hand carrying around to see where it's coming from or whether it's strong enough to hurt you, right?
Like when they irradiate the chemtrails with microwaves from high altitude, what it does. How they make the clouds do what they want them to do. They can move them around, dude.
Sorry.
Charge my phone.
Yeah, this interesting notions with microwaves, what they can do. Pretty neat.
Which yields ruby. However, for some reason, I thought Ben's procedure generated the alumina via an exotic thermite reaction between chromia and metallic aluminum. This false assumption led to a lot of broken glass and several failed shots. The funny part is that my chromia thermite still ignited with ease, which is probably even harder to pull off than making ruby. However, when I used alumina like I was supposed to, I still ran into issues. The plasma escaped and the glass container exploded after just a couple seconds. Fortunately, this was still enough time to finally make some ruby. Thank goodness. You know, the fact that this can be done in a normal oven means I really haven't hit an impressive temperature yet. So, let's cut the fluff and move to something extreme. It's time for the metal with the highest melting point, tungsten. The melting point of this is literally thousands of degrees above anything else I've tried so far, so this one might be challenging.
Alright.
For whatever reason, the plasma in this beaker kept escaping confinement, so I couldn't give it a long enough zap. The wire may have burned a bit in there, but there wasn't any clear indication of melting, so I decided to give it another go on ceramic fiber. Heck. Oops, waveguide flashover. It turns out, free plasma in the oven is really bad, because it jumps back to the magnetron through the waveguide. I used these mica waveguide covers, which buy about a half a second of plasma escapes, but this one got all crispy without me realizing it. It won't take many flashovers like this to destroy the oven. And unfortunately, this is not the first time this has happened either.
Alright, here we go. Oh!
Heck. Alright, we got a new waveguide cover. Let's try this again. That run clearly melted some of the tungsten, as you can see by the beading on the wire. How that is impressive.
It got so hot it broke the beaker, though.
It's incredible, bro.
Yeah.
That's
But tungsten is one of the harder metals, isn't it?
But no, they can't melt. They can't melt your face off by accident with some kind of military thing. Nah, they couldn't possibly.
bro.
Heron is funny.
How
Even though this
did
kid
we
can make
get
it in
to this point, man? When we can do all this stuff,
I wonder.
how
Yeah, good
it's
question.
crazy. Innovation, bro, it's crazy. The human mind is amazing, bro.
Mhm. Well, this makes me think about the sun and what it's made out of. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think I don't think it's not made out of any material. I think it's something like kind of in my opinion, I'm not sure. Was like
Yeah.
something like magnetic or something like that. Something
Yeah.
that I cannot fathom. I don't
Yeah.
know how to explain it, bro.
Well, we'll ask God. Ask him how he made it.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna get an answer.
That,
Let's see if
that'd
we
be
get.
it.
Maybe he will.
might
Maybe
get
he
an answer
will.
faster, though.
Yeah, dude, he
I
put
mean,
some
if you
battery in here.
God might actually answer the question faster than you guys. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think we've seen enough
Amazing.
microwave though for today. That's nice. Heron's probably
It's the
trying this at her
medium,
house.
bro. It's the medium.
It's the medium.
Maybe the
I
sun.
cannot.
Maybe the sun is your soul, bro.
It could be part of your
No,
soul for sure.
part of your soul, and the moon is the other part. Maybe that's the deal, you know.
Yeah, and that like I've heard explanations that the moon is like a plasma alkaloid. Like it's,
Could be.
yeah,
Who knows?
that's why you get the surface that looks like it does. It's not from craters, from meteorites that we're smashing into.
No,
Bubbles.
that's not solid. That's not solid.
No,
It's not at all, bro. It's,
Well,
it's
what's that?
impossible.
no. Andrew
How
Beast.
when have you seen a rock floating in the sky? I
Mm.
threw a rock, I hit a guy, I almost go to jail.
Andrew's saying he does experiments like this with scrap parts at his house, and it's fun but dangerous. Yes, I'm sure it is.
Yeah,
Be careful, brother. Be careful.
Yeah. Let's look at some of Bart Sorrell stuff since
Let's
we
go.
got a captive audience.
Let's
You're free to
check
leave
this guy
anytime.
out.
they're so captive, huh?
Yeah,
They don't want to. Well,
it's Charlie Duke versus Bart Sorrell. Ding ding, round one.
I don't know.
Mr. Charlie Duke, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you very much.
Bart Sibrel, thanks again for traveling halfway across the world to come here and hang out with me and Charlie Duke. Out of everything, and I know you cover a lot of ground with your theories, and in your documentaries, you do a very thorough job laying out every single point. But like, to you, what are like the top two or three reasons that you believe that the moon landing was a hoax?
Image D1. This gentleman's name is Cyrus Eugene Akers. He was the chief of security at Cannon Air Force Base, which is the special operations or intelligence headquarters for the Air Force. And as he was dying, in the presence of his son, there's a picture of him, General, if you want to look at it.
Okay. This is Cyrus Eugene Akers.
That's right.
How did you discover this guy?
His son contacted me.
Okay.
Based after his father confessed.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing he confessed to was a homicide, that he felt like he needed to confess that he had murdered somebody in the past. And his son found out that he murdered a fellow employee at Cannon Air Force Base. And the military police came in and investigated the homicide. And when they asked him, why did you kill him? He said it was to cover up the moon landing fraud, which they both had eyewitnessed. And he felt that his friend, who thought it was morally wrong, was going to go public with it. And so he murdered him to keep it a secret. If you go to D2, we can watch a 3-minute video of the son and see his testimony about it.
President Johnson in 1968, okay, in Cannon Air Force Base in 1968, he said by the time he got there, that there was already 2 large hangars that were connected. There was hundreds of dump trucks that came in and dumped sand and stone, and cement powder was powdered over the top of all that to make it look like a lunar landscape. They had men that fashioned it into a lunar landscape, he said. Okay, I've never known my dad to lie, so this all took me by surprise. You know, what's that all about? So anyway, he said that in front of the airplane hangars was pole framing with large canvas tents that was concealing the inside of the staging area. Inside the staging area, on flatbed trucks, was on-crated the lunar lander that was reassembled back inside the hangars. All of the walls were painted flat black, and the ceilings as well. He was sworn to secrecy by the NSA, and they would put him in prison for breaking that oath. And when Dad saw the moon landing on TV, he cried. He said he knew that what he had witnessed on TV was exactly what they recorded in that hangar. There was no reason for them to go flying around and everything. They had detailed high-definition photos of the landing area. There was no reason for them to go flying around to a different landing area that almost exhausted their fuel, except for drama, because everything had gone so smoothly. Nothing, so it had to be something. Anyway, Dad was one of 3 guards that guarded the inside of the front entrance. There was a list of 15 people who could enter. No one else was allowed by order of President Johnson. And here is that list. And I gave it to Bart Cybrell as well. And he checked out a lot of these names, and he says he can verify a lot of these people and what they do. And I come across a couple myself. Anyway, President Johnson, Neil Armstrong, Edwin Aldrin, Werner von Braun, Robert Emenegger, Gene Kranz, James Webb, Joe Kerwin, Dr. Thomas Paine, Glenn Looney, Dr. Christopher Kraft, Dr. James Van Allen, General Trudeau, Lieutenant Colonel Donald Simon, and Grant Norrie.
No, that's a hell of a list, isn't it, guys? What do you think? Those are who's who in astronomy and in
bunch of wizards.
Oh yeah, yeah. Those are names everybody knows now. You think about you got the James Webb Telescope, but
yeah,
Armstrong.
mainstream, brother. This is like it's the play. It's the play. It's like Shakespeare, 7 stages. It's a play.
Yeah, and they had the set. And they got the military to guard it, so they could get away with it.
Do you remember, Roger, when they used to push a lot of stuff about the propaganda from South Korea? They used to say, "Oh, life is over there is hell,"
Yeah.
blah blah blah. You remember? It's
Yeah,
the
I
same
remember.
stuff. Now that you see it from this side, you just notice that this is all being a lie, propaganda all the time.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
So let's see where we go with this. It's going to get good. It's going to get good. I'm pretty sure.
Let's go.
Go.
My dad, he raised me by the book. I know he didn't lie to me. And as I started seeing more and more of what he was telling me was true, I realized my dad wasn't lying.
You retired a general, right? Okay. What was your security clearance?
Top secret.
Okay. So when you have a top secret, you're not allowed to tell your wife or your children, right?
What?
Whatever the secrets are. whatever secrets you have as a top secret clearance, if you told your wife or your children, you would be violating your oath. Is that right?
In the military, that's true. But then we were, NASA did not have us swear an oath that we are lying or not lying.
I understand. But the point is, you have top secret clearance. Now, if you're willing to lie to your wife and to your children, why should we believe you?
I don't necessarily think that. I think that anybody who is in a high-level military position that has to protect government secrets is going to protect their oath. It doesn't mean they're a liar. That means that they're protecting national secrets, something they swore to do and devoted their career to. And if they divulge those secrets, they will go to prison for it. And there's been many cases where people have done that, have been sent to prison by the federal government for blowing the whistle on things and following whistleblower protocol. So I don't think we're going to get anywhere by calling people liars. First of all,
well,
second of all,
I'm not. What I'm saying is either the gentleman we saw who was lying as he's dying, or you're lying. Only one of them is the true. Right?
Okay.
Either that guy's lying while he was dying, confessing to a homicide.
Sure. What's your point?
Well, I'm just bringing that to the audience's attention.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
You're saying we never landed on the moon? No.
Charlie.
You're a really good actor.
I really didn't know that.
Did you ever win the Academy Award for Best Actor?
To me, Apollo was real. Wait a minute. In the United States, there were 400,000 people.
Sorry.
400,000 people witnessed it. Sure they did.
No. To me, it was real.
It is real, absolutely.
He has to convince himself, you know?
Oh, yeah. You got to lie to yourself to lie to everybody else. Then think about that for a second.
Yeah.
There's the Jedi Master. Here he is. Hey, Andrew, you made it in.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, what's up?
So what do you think about this interview that he did?
I have mixed opinions on it. I've seen this before.
Yeah.
But I am putting together a presentation in regards to the moon landing and how it was absolutely staged and fake, even though I'm going to be going and basically presenting other people's research and evidence, but I'm going to be doing it in a little bit of a different way because I have other information I'm going to present because I don't like to just be a copycat.
I get you. Makes sense. There's a lot of people who have opinions on it too.
I'm waiting for it.
Yeah. So my parents are in their mid-70s, and they, when I brought this up to them, I don't know, 10 years ago or something, they said, "Oh yeah, as soon as it happened, people were talking about how it was staged and fake." I was like, "Wow, okay, I wasn't even alive back then." So I was like, "That's interesting." Huh? Okay.
I've heard interviews from people that said that they saw the Coca-Cola bottle roll across the stage. They were in Australia when they saw it on the screen. They watched it on a movie screen.
Apparently it's where it was being transmitted to, a place in Sydney, I think. But when it comes to everything else, I have 4 different things I'm going to be presenting with massive amounts of evidence, only because I was in the military. I know how this kind of stuff works. And that is food, water, oxygen, and sleep. Most people neglect to bring all those things up in correlation.
Oh yeah, I understand what you're saying too. I mean, think about the confinement where you are and the travel and the time of getting to where they're going. Food, water, and sleep.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult. Yeah.
Well, then also just they have diapers. Okay.
Yeah, that'll help.
Cool.
For all that time.
Yeah,
like
just
how,
diapers.
the food, your
The water.
body, you need to move, brother. You need to move. I can't be in the same room for like the whole day, you know.
Well, that's a really small room too, Sandro.
No, it's impossible. No.
I call him Sandro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the other thing about it as well that I'm going to be bringing up is I'm going to actually probably pay someone to sit in a seat buckled type of a situation for 2.5 days. That's about how long it took for them to get there.
Ooh,
I want to see how long it fucking takes them to basically go fucking nuts.
the psychological aspect too. Yeah.
With rings, you'd be in a deprivation chamber. You definitely would. That's what it would be like.
Yeah, and I have been, the longest flights I've ever been on is when I was in the military. We left from Los Angeles Airport. Oh, it was the Air Force base down there. Flew directly to JFK. From JFK to Shannon, Ireland to Budapest, Hungary, and then from there to Kuwait.
So like those are like 12-hour stints, right? Like you're sitting for 12 hours.
Yeah, people go fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, your legs start going numb.
Yeah. Dominican to Madrid. That's my longest one. Santo Domingo International Airport to Madrid.
Oh yeah, did you get any pitch data while you were there?
I don't recall, man. I was willing to see. It was my first time in such a
long flight.
Ride,
Yeah.
you know?
Did you feel like you went to the other side of a ball?
Not at all, man. Not
I
at
didn't
all.
think so neither.
What a disappointment.
Yeah, you're looking at out of the pilots are saying this. I'm not a pilot, but yeah, it's just like you're flying straight towards a certain point. It's point A to point B.
And it's horizontal the whole way. Yes, sir.
You know the funny thing about this flat earth and stuff is that I used to work at the airport, and I remember when I used to plot the maps for the pilots and stuff. I was always like wondering, but there is something like there was like this question in my head at that time, but I never pay attention to it. Like, why it doesn't make sense in the other one, you
Yeah.
know?
It
Because
doesn't make any sense.
because they never use it. That's the
Nope.
truth. You know, it
Well,
doesn't work.
Just go ask Whoopi. He originally used to say they used to nose down around the curve of the earth. Now he's got changed this whole story. He's got like shows that say this. He's told people he's a pilot supposedly, and he actually said we nose down with the curve of the earth. He doesn't nose down. He wouldn't maintain. Yeah.
Stupid.
Yes, but he got people believing him though. He's an official pilot.
But yeah,
And
Roger,
definitely- yeah.
In
People
regards
believe
to this,
everything.
I think this guy is definitely going to be Cybrel. He's going to definitely be on the front line in regards to the moon landing hoax, but in regards to other things, I don't know if he's much worthy of listening to. But he's definitely on point when it comes to the moon landing hoax.
Yeah, he doesn't want to touch any of the rest of the topics that are in this arena. He's made that clear. Yeah. But I mean, he's on point, and I'm glad he's questioning these astronauts and asking them, why you lying?
Yeah, he got punched by what? By two astronauts? I'm sorry, quote unquote astronauts.
Yeah. So, Andrew, are you back in the Google Meet still? Yeah, you are. Just exit out of that. See the big red button? So I'm getting a lot of echo. So I'm getting you on two different screens. It's all right. No problem.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's fine. I get that here and there. Yeah, I'm glad he did do it, and he's exposing the governments and the institutions that run this stuff as liars, presenting it's like a pantomime, if not to say any of the least. That's what Leo calls it. It's a stage show, dude. That's all this is.
Yeah, it's a stage, but it's necessary.
It's necessary to get people to keep thinking that they live on a spinning ball in space. Yes. Yeah. Look, we went to the moon. Yeah. I had Icy Spin tell me that I asked him, like, why didn't he turn around and film the rotation of the Earth, the actual day to night rotation? He said, well, we didn't have to prove it. We already knew it. Like, well, the rest of us down here, yes, it is. It would help you out a lot if you actually had a film reel of a day and night span on the Earth from the moon. That would be really like a good bit of evidence, but they never provide it. They never provide any evidence. They say, well, we know it. We know the Earth's a sphere. We know the Earth is this. We know it, but the idea is that we're looking for proof that it is, not just your stories.
Of course, Roger. But
yes.
the thing is this: we are talking about the shape of the Earth. we
Where
are
you live.
not talking about anything else. We want to know here. I don't want to know anything about like, oh, here's a picture from space. No, 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 no. Show me the measurement down here.
Well, they can't show you that, dude.
When I wanna build a house and I wanna find the level, I have to find it here. I don't have to find the
Yeah.
stars to tell me they are level. No, 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 no,
Yeah.
no.
No.
It's the ground. Show me the evidence
Yeah.
here.
They don't have it here. That's the point. But if they were actually if they wanted to prove it, if they really wanted to prove that the Earth rotates, wouldn't it a film of the Earth actually rotating in real time? Yeah, that would have been like, oh, and that's a nail in the coffin. You guys go home, stop talking about what we were talking about. But they didn't. So, and the reason they didn't is because they can't, not because they
Bro,
know it already.
it's
Yeah.
indoctrination. This is just indoctrination.
Yeah, and this old fool is he thinks these guys are like going to believe that he actually went there just by him saying it. That's sad, dude. I feel sorry for him, to a point.
Working on
But they're still
Apollo,
lying.
Must be real because of 400,000. And of course, every year that number increases. There are 400,000 tellers at Bank of America. But do you really think what the teller knows and what the CEO knows about corruption in the bank are identical? I interviewed Eugene Krantz. He told me that someone in the command center at the console can tell no difference whatsoever between a simulation and an actual flight. Do we really think the CIA is so stupid to tell the guy making the glove or the door or the boot, hey, we're really not going to the moon, be sure not to tell anybody? And that's why they had you astronauts at the command center to cover the mistakes about faking it. Once the rocket went up, there's only 3 eyewitnesses to the mission and no independent press coverage. So if you add people who delivered food and made paper clips and did the printing and the contractors and all their secretaries and food vendors, you could probably pad 400,000. But the atomic bomb involved 129,500 people, and only 8 people knew what they were building. So if someone in the command center cannot tell the difference between a real flight and a simulated flight, how can the public watching it from their living room or people years later? So that argument is flat. They say with 100% certainty that the man who was going to be the first man to walk on the moon was murdered by the CIA. And if you go to D3, it's a short clip. You can see Scott Grissom say that out of his own mouth.
It was intentionally sabotaged by someone. It's been a question in my mind, what was found in the accident investigation and how was that handled? Was the CIA involved or whoever? But it was done intentionally.
Us Grissom was Apollo 1, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
And
That's gruesome, dude. It is. They burned him alive, dude. That's
Fake
messed up.
wars, real victims.
Yeah. Yeah, I would hate to be in him, dude. I'll be honest. That would be a horrible way to die.
Actually,
Getting cooked in a capsule with 2 other
Yeah.
guys,
actually, you die quickly when you burn, believe it or not. But okay.
Yeah. But imagine that moment,
Bro, my father
Yeah,
went through something like that. He didn't die, fortunately for him. He was in his pickup truck, and there was aerosol can. He turned the car on, and the thing caught on fire. Bro, that was tough. He
Singed all his
survived,
hair,
but
I'm sure.
it wasn't the same because he lost a lot of mobility.
That's not good, dude. I'm sorry, man.
No. It's my father, was not my dad.
All right. Gotcha. No, back to Bart. That is a bad. What do you say? Couldn't hear it. Say again, Ryan. You're roboting bad, dude.
Area.
That's right. Get closer to the house, man. See if you can say that again. I can make out a word of that.
Mamma mia, Ryan.
Yeah, he has problems with his reception sometimes. It's because he goes away from the house, goes out to the garage, and his Wi-Fi doesn't reach that far. I think when you're doing the show, man, go on the laptop, go sit down.
And according to his son and widow, he was murdered by the CIA. One of his last words were, "If we can't talk between two buildings, how are we going to go to the moon?" They couldn't get a wired intercom to work between two buildings. And Neil Armstrong's supposed to pick up the first moon rock. He rehearsed it 6 weeks beforehand, and the stick to pick up the rock falls apart. And the lunar lander crashed weeks beforehand. If they can't get a stick with a bag on the end of it to stay together, if they can't get an intercom to work between two buildings, how are they going to go to the moon? China, the most industrialized nation on Earth, says with 50 years better technology, it's going to take at least 15 years to go to the moon. And yet somehow they did it in 8 years with 1960s technology. We interviewed Ed Mitchell and showed him the footage, which is one of the proofs that we'll look at. Footage we uncovered that says do not show to the public at the beginning of the reel, and they're faking being halfway to the moon. They can't leave Earth orbit. And when he was shown that, he turned beet red. He started cursing. He literally kicked me from behind. And in the commotion, we left a wireless microphone on him. And in the commotion, my cameraman forgot to hit stop record. And you can play back that clip. It's about 5 seconds long. They're talking about calling the CIA to have me killed.
Yeah. Who killed?
Me.
You want to call the CIA? Have them whacked?
The CIA shows up and threatens to kill him and his family if he ever talks to me again. There are a total of 15% of the Apollo astronauts died in accidents within a 2-year period. These are the astronauts who would not cooperate with the fraud. Go ahead, play the clip.
But Grissom wasn't the only Apollo critic to meet with a suspicious and untimely death. Thomas Ronald Barron was a safety inspector during Apollo 1's construction. After the fire, Barron testified before Congress that the Apollo program was in such disarray that the United States would never make it to the moon. Then exactly 1 week after he testified, Barron's car was struck by a train.
Oops. Well,
What a
just an
coincidence.
accident. Yeah. Just yeah, it's not going to make it. Next thing you know, you're in front of a train. Yeah.
Hey, so what do you guys think about the
Yeah, go ahead.
the Columbia situation? Challenger
Yeah.
situation.
Well, I think that was complete fraud. I think they set that up just to get sympathy for the public because everybody was losing interest in the space program.
I think so as well. But some of the counter arguments, which are very, very weak and absurd, like, how dare you say those people didn't die? Oh, their families. You should be arrested for saying they didn't die.
To be
I've
honest,
actually heard people say
I
that.
don't believe they even launch any of this stuff. I think this is just a show. Maybe they send some other shit right there,
Yeah.
whatever they do. But I don't buy any of it. It's just so fake, man. When you see the supersonic sledge and then you compare it to the way these things supposedly moving, it doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. The speeds they're
That
talking about
speed,
going.
bro,
Yeah.
that speed, 17,000 kilometers. I don't know, whatever they think they say they traveling at. No, it doesn't make
Well, they
sense.
allegedly they say they're going upwards of 8,000 to 9,000 miles per hour in a constant acceleration until they get
Bro,
into this
no one will
gravity.
survive that shit. And
No.
I
Yeah,
don't think
it's
so.
just the fighter pilots don't even
Stupid.
train for that.
Nope.
I never been in the military or anything like that. Never been in any planes like that. But I don't think it's possible for you to survive such
Well,
a speed, man.
think about this. They had civilians on that flight too, like the teacher. She wasn't trained as an astronaut. She didn't go through any of that rigorous training they put all the rest of them through. They're
Bro,
not physically fit enough to do it. Yeah.
that lady don't even know how to cook, probably.
Yeah.
Hey, well, when I run for president in 2028, Or,
All right.
That's what my main thing, and I'm not kidding when I say this. My number one goal is to shut down NASA. They have 1 week to evacuate.
All right. Well, you got my vote.
All right. Cool. Yeah, I've already got like 20 people who said, yeah, they'll vote for me. But
Yeah.
I mean, if I vote, if I actually win the presidency from that, that's going to be like, I'd probably just resign pretty quickly.
Yeah, get out of it while you can.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right,
doing
Joe.
it as a goof just to show people, like,
Yeah, I get
hey,
you.
this is what I'm doing. I'm putting my name out there.
Good, Andrew. Good. Just be careful, dude.
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna
I'm just
be
gonna pull
your
up the camera, I don't care.
secretary of foreign affairs with Antarctica.
Oh, there you go. And give me a free flight down there so I can look at the midnight sun.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll spend the first week in office just basically just walking around the White House. I've been to the White House twice, but yeah, just like, I don't know, graffiti or something. I'm the
Hey,
president, bitch.
I'm the record it all, dude. Like, take a camera with you when you go.
So,
Yeah,
anyways,
why not?
that's my number one goal for 2028. But I still don't know exactly how to run for president.
Oh,
So
neither do I,
I'm
man. I haven't got a
Ask
clue.
Dr. Shiva, he will tell you.
Oh yeah, Dr. Shiva. He's a politician too, by the way. Just to let you know, that's all he does.
I
He
know
runs-
exactly who he is. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt here. Roger, keep going, please.
All right, here we go.
But the Apollo program continued. And so did the string of untimely deaths. Between 1964 and 1967, a total of 10 astronauts lost their lives in freak accidents. These deaths accounted for an astonishing 15% of NASA's astronaut corps.
To keep something that's alive wrapped up and covered over, you've got to eliminate all the people that can talk about it.
With 5 decades, better rockets and technology, the farthest that NASA can send an astronaut into space is 1,000th the distance to the moon. Listen to NASA saying they destroy the technology.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
So, General,
that never gets old, guys. I
hate that guy, man. Every time I see that guy, you just want to punch the screen, man.
Yeah, I don't know how he actually was elected for anything. Like, I wouldn't trust him to drive me to the store.
Yeah,
bro. Would be honest to me, please. Just one question. Listen. Would you hop on a bus driven by that guy?
No, not at all.
I would say, if I call a taxi and the guy that this shows up, I say no. I'm good.
If he pulled up in an Uber, like, hey, get in.
No, I'm okay.
I'll just walk.
I walk.
I know it's 20 miles. I'll walk.
Yo camino, no habla inglés.
Nice, Sandro. Oh, Santero. I get you mixed up with Sandro. We have a
Santero.
Santero. Yeah, we have another gentleman by the name of Sandro who used to come in a lot, and that's why I get you confused. You know Sandro?
Italian.
You're Italian. All right, here we go. Back to Bart Sabril. This is getting interesting, I'm telling you.
Why was that technology destroyed? Why was it destroyed?
Why do you know why, or have any idea why the technology was destroyed by NASA?
I don't know that the technology was destroyed. We flew to the moon. Okay. The program was successful. We did 6 landings on the moon. Okay. We used technology that was designed by Marshall Space Flight Center called a Saturn V rocket. It was the biggest rocket so far ever launched to get us to the moon. Okay. So we went to the moon.
The question about the technology being destroyed, you're not aware of the technology being destroyed or gone missing from all the Apollo programs?
All the telemetry data was destroyed. All the original videotapes were destroyed. Videotapes were accidentally recorded over, and the only machine on Earth that could play it back was intentionally disassembled. Has there ever been a time, and this is another proof, has there ever been a time in the history of the world that someone developed a new technology, broke the sound barrier, split the atom, and then destroyed the technology afterwards? It's never happened. It's never happened. They destroyed it to cover their tracks. That the rocket didn't have enough fuel to leave Earth orbit, which we have proof of as well. I have von Braun's own quote, which we'll read, that says one rocket will never go to the moon without multiple fueling, and we'll show that from von Braun as well.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What does that got to do with our discussion?
Well, he asked what proof do we have that they didn't go to the moon? And there's a lot of proof that you didn't go to the moon.
How about the proof that we did go to the moon?
Well, we already heard all of that. 400,000 people, that's been refuted. The Russians would have blabbed. That's been refuted. The moon rocks has been refuted. It's one of my clips. That Neil Armstrong, chain of custody, allegedly picked up a rock, personally put it in his pocket, and then later personally gave it to the Prime Minister of the Netherlands, which was immediately sealed in a container in a museum, was opened up a few years ago, and it's petrified wood. It's a fake. The moon rocks are fake. And Antarctica. Von Braun went to Antarctica to pick up pounds and pounds of lunar meteorites.
Yes.
So the rocks are either duplicates of meteorites picked up on Earth, made in a ceramics lab, or just fake.
All right, Bart.
And NASA had no comment. What do you have to say for yourself for a rock that had chain of custody from the...
He's got nothing to say for himself.
Hey, Roger, also, something else in regards to Buzz Aldrin. He sold his NASA mission jacket for like $3 million or something like that.
Wow.
And then apparently he also had change, like coins, in his pocket. It was like less than $1, and he sold all of those for like $500,000 a coin.
Because he went to the moon. Yeah.
Because they went to the moon. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
sure.
Look it up online. It's there.
Well, I can tell you. I went to Narnia with. I am selling it for. I don't know. You put the price.
All right.
Yeah, okay. I actually went to Narnia. I would probably put a little bid on that, but can't go to Narnia.
Trust me, bro. I went there.
Trust you, bro. Trust me, bro. I'm in the know. Don't call me fake. All right. I'm just quoting Mr. Cheswick. He's got a song like that. It's about the TFE adventure. Yeah, they went to Antarctica, but did they go to Antarctica?
Sorry, guys. I have to hop off.
All right. No, nice having you on,
Thank you very
Sandro
much,
or
Mr.
Santero.
Mr. Andrew, Mr. Roger, Chad. Love you all. Enjoy. Okay.
Oh, thanks for having you on, man.
And
It's been a pleasure.
Hope I see you soon again. Okay. Thank you.
No,
very
I'll
much,
be
my
on.
people.
Yeah, probably next couple of days.
Yeah.
Just keep
And
your head
I
up.
will be there then.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Ciao.
And I won't get you confused with Sandro again.
It's okay. You can confuse me. I don't get offended about anything. You family.
Oh, well, thanks, Santero.
Thank you, my people.
I'll learn how to roll my R's.
I like listening. I like listening to you guys. You make me have a laugh all the time. So
Good.
Thank you very much.
Anytime, man.
Ciao, brother.
All right, later.
Moon to Neil Armstrong's hand to this museum ends up being a fake. NASA says no comment.
Why is all the original footage and the telemetry data gone?
We had a 16 millimeter camera. We had Hasselblads, which took photographs, and we had TV that sent back television from the lunar rover to Earth. It's a TV picture.
Okay, so it just broadcasts straight, doesn't record anything on it. It's just live broadcast.
It was recorded down here in Mission Control.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, I understand.
But we didn't have a recorder on. Well, we had. I'm not sure, but I don't think we had a recorder on board.
Okay, so the TV cameras were recorded down at Mission Control, and those would have been recorded on tapes, I'm guessing.
Right.
And those would be the tapes that have been erased.
Correct.
Okay, so that was the incompetence of NASA, allegedly.
Well, or intentional. Just like they
or intentional,
intentionally
right.
destroyed the technology, they intentionally erased the tapes.
So they
knew what they were. There have been 6 presidents who have said a total of 9 times they're going to return to the moon in 5 years. You had Ronald Reagan said it, then Clinton said it, then Bush Sr. said it, then Bush Jr. said it twice, and Obama said it twice, and Trump said it one time, and they can't do it. With 50 years better technology, they can't return to the moon in 50 years. But
Why is that,
somehow
Charlie?
they could do it with 1960s technology on the first attempt.
Why don't you think we've been able to go back to the moon since 72?
Because they spent their money on other programs.
Well, the government spends every month 70% more money than they
Mark,
take in.
I'm not going to argue with you about this. We went to the moon. 6 times we landed on the moon.
You lied to the American public 6 times, which
That's
shows the
not
arrogance
true.
of the American. Well, then
You
I
don't
guess
believe
this guy
you
is
don't
lying.
believe we landed on the moon.
You didn't know that before you got here.
No.
Yeah, no,
Come on.
his life's
So
work.
how did we get 600 pounds of moon rocks?
Well, like I
Let's
said,
talk about the moon rock. Okay, let's put a pin there. Now let's talk about the moon rocks. Okay, are the moon rocks something that is available for the public to see?
D29.
Yeah. I mean, the moon rocks are on display all over the world. And also they're still doing experiments on the moon rock. NASA's, the Lunar Planetary Institute, or whoever it is controlling those and sending those out. People submit experiment requests still today about to do experiments on the moon rocks. So there's still moon rocks available.
Did they let outside researchers do analysis on them? And
Universities, yeah.
universities do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they let universities have some. Like, I'm not involved in that at all.
Right, sure.
And, I've been with NASA for a long time, but the moon rocks are unique, and they're radioactive, whatever, and not radioactive evidence, but they're the way they have been collected. They were collected on every mission. They were isolated when they got back and put in the Lunar Receiving Lab, and now they're still being given out samples. People are still requesting samples of moon rocks.
Ed Von Braun went to Antarctica. There's a picture of him in Antarctica where he collected hundreds of pounds of lunar meteorites, which they use for fake moon rocks. NASA also has the.
Are there really meteorites in Antarctica from the moon? That's my question.
I don't think so. Actually, I will bet my left hand that no.
No, yeah. But I mean, there are probably different kinds of rocks in Antarctica that they could pass off. Oh, these are definitely what are on the moon, So they're handing those out like candy, like, oh, here's a moon rock, here's a moon rock. We went to the moon. Yeah, I can see them doing that. They're lying about even going there to start with, so why would that be a problem for them at all?
Yeah, it's just creating a trail for themselves, but then you backtrack into the actual original their thesis as to what they're talking about, then it falls apart very quickly.
Yeah, it does. And the fact that they actually murdered like 10 different people to keep this a secret to start with, they do not have a conscience when it comes down to what they actually did do they?
Yeah, there's some evil at hand, sort of like the whole 2020 situation.
Yeah,
I still I see them wearing masks and stuff still, and they don't care. They're evil fucking pieces of shit, and they don't care about us.
Not at all.
We are just pawns on the chessboard. That's all it is.
Yeah, pawns, fodder, whatever you want to call us. Yeah, we're just crap to them. Yeah, yeah. I really do not like our government as it is. But Andrew, you got my vote still.
All right, cool. And once this is done, I have something to share.
Oh, cool.
Most advanced ceramics lab in the world, where they could take a rock and falsify micrometeorites sitting in it, and then go to clip 29. This is about moon rocks.
What?
It says they opened one up and it proved to be fake. If the moon rocks are fake, what about the moon missions?
Well, I brought back couple 100 pounds, maybe, moon rocks. I don't remember exactly. And they're very unique.
The number one proof is what we have next. And I'm answering your question about what proof there is. Now, I gave NASA the benefit.
About what specifically?
About how they didn't go to the moon. They can't leave Earth orbit. They still can't leave Earth orbit.
Are we talking about radiation belts now?
No, I'm talking about the footage of them faking being halfway to the moon. So the first part you'll see in D8 is the slide that says not for public distribution.
Oh, it's not popped up.
There we go. Okay. So that shows that this is not for public distribution. Yeah, I asked NASA for unedited footage, and everything I got was pre-edited with a voiceover, and it's the same footage over and over again on 10 different reels, exact same footage. Most reporters are satisfied with that. I'm investigating the possibility that they faked it, and I asked for everything, specifically unedited footage. I got this in one other reel that was unedited. Now, at the very beginning of the reel, clip 9, which you're about to play, you'll hear NASA say, the TV picture looks great. Then there is exactly 4 seconds of dead air. You'll hear a third party that's not NASA, not the astronauts, presumably the CIA. And after 4 seconds go by, they tell Neil Armstrong in a private earpiece, talk. And then he starts speaking.
Charlie, have you ever seen this footage before?
No, it's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, it is crazy how corrupt the federal government is.
Well,
so
I mean, you're calling me a liar. I never went to the moon.
Well, obviously. I mean, what surprise. You knew who you were going to be here. You knew who was going to be here before you got here.
12 of
you
us.
act like it's a surprise.
I
It's a good
am
acting.
surprised. I didn't realize that you thought it was all a fake.
You knew that. You
No, I
reminded
didn't.
me of our phone conversation 20 years ago when you walked in the door. That I said you quoted me
I
word
showed
for
you his-
word.
I showed you his
that I
website
had
before
proof
you came down
that we
here.
didn't go to the moon. You knew when he invited you. This is no surprise, and yet you're acting like you're surprised. This is why you should get the Academy Award. Now, the reason is if he's halfway to the moon, there would be an estimated 2-second radio time there and 2 seconds back. So they're faking a radio delay.
Okay.
Oh, Apollo 11, Houston, Goldstone says that the TV looks great. Over. Okay,
I don't understand what he's talking about here, but the missions were not fake. They sent me to the moon.
And we understand that. You've been saying that for 56 years.
Hold on, Bart. The footage that we just watched was from Apollo 11. Could you hear it? Can you hear it in your headphones? It's Houston communicating with the astronauts on the radio, and then you hear a 4-second delay, and then you can hear the audio of someone going, talk. Why do you think that would be?
I don't know.
Okay.
In my recollection,
Is he at a loss for words or what?
Radio frequencies travel very, very fast. It doesn't matter if it was in 1969 or 2025. There wouldn't be a delay like that.
No. It was definitely coached. This is all scripted. And he's just playing dumb, dude. He's like, I don't know what to say because he doesn't have an answer. But he's going to laugh it off.
And the other way I can prove it is that I am in California, San Jose, California, and I can talk to people over in Australia, South Africa, and many England. There's no delay.
Well, I'm talking to you. Where are you at now? California, right?
Yeah.
I'm in Colorado. And I mean, we have no delay at all.
Yeah, and that's not a very long distance, but either way, they say that
still
radio frequencies. I can't prove it necessarily, even though I have a background in this kind of stuff. But they say it's about 99% the speed of light, so there'd be like zero delay.
And don't put a number on that, please.
I know. So that's what some engineers and physicists have told me.
Oh, yeah.
It's 99%.
Yeah. And I've heard that they measure it in nanoseconds, which is a billionth of a second. I don't know how you get that kind of measurement.
Exactly.
What kind of instrument would actually detect anything that fast? It's incredible.
And they're even saying in some cases a picosecond which is a 1/1 trillionth. So yeah. How do you time that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
You can't-
Really sensitive equipment, man. Really sensitive.
really, really good engineering.
Yeah.
Don Bennett.
Yeah, that's a great excuse. We'll stick with that one.
I was in mission control for Apollo 10. I was Capcom. I was in mission control for Apollo 11. It's Capcom. And nothing like this ever happened in mission control.
No, there would never be anybody saying talk to anybody.
No.
It would just be as soon as you hear it, you would respond.
Generally, that was true, yeah.
Okay, what were the exceptions?
I can't think of any right now, but
Quality, the EQ of the audio of talk is completely different. It's not obviously NASA
Understood.
who just spoke,
Right.
and it's not Neil Armstrong who responded. They're faking a 4-second radio delay to pretend that they're beyond Earth orbit.
so what? I mean, I don't understand.
That's just one of his arguments. Is that there because you hear the voice come in and say talk, the talk comes in 4 seconds after Houston finishes their statement, right?
Right, because if you play clip 11, Neil Armstrong, for the TV audience, the part that was shown to the public, says he's calling in from about 130,000 miles out.
Right.
Halfway to the moon. Go ahead and play clip 11.
Hi, Roger. Houston, Apollo 11. Calling in from about 130,000 miles out.
Oh, shit. They're calling
so
you out,
that's
Roger.
him lying. He's not 130,000 miles out. He's still in Earth orbit. That's why they faked the 4-second radio delay.
I'm changing my name.
We only have one window that has a view of the Earth, and it's filled up with the TV camera.
Okay, so go back to clip 11, the 130,000 miles out. Don't play the audio, but just bring up the image, and you can hit pause so we can see the image. So according to Neil Armstrong, there's only one window that has a view of the Earth, and it's filled up with the TV camera. Because if
Make sure you're talking to the mic.
Oh, yeah. So if you were really halfway to the moon, looking back at the Earth like this appears to demonstrate, even though it's a fake shot, you would have to have the lens of the camera to the window in order to shoot the Earth far away floating in space. He says, he's lying, 130,000 miles out, and he says that the camera is completely filling up the window. That's a lie too. The camera is really at the back of the spacecraft. There's about 15 feet between the camera and the window. They've turned out all the lights, which they talk about because they thought these conversations would be edited out. And that's actually the circular window of the spacecraft, outside of which it's filled with the Earth and low Earth orbit. So this is supposed
Into the
to
mic.
be...
Into the mic. Oh.
No, just let it play at normal speed. This is supposed to be the Earth, but that's fine. This is supposed to be the Earth floating in space. This is the outtake. That's why it said do not show to the public. There's Buzz Aldrin removing part of the effect in front of the window. That's a work light. The camera has been at the back of the spacecraft the entire time. The iris is opened and you can see the real location and the very bright Earth out the window. They just faked being halfway to the moon.
I don't understand the purpose of this conversation.
What is your position on the Van Allen radiation belts?
Well, my position is what von Braun's original findings were, which is that it's 250 times a lethal dose. We have a quote from him in print that he says that if you do the math. If you go to D13, this is a press release from the Apollo mission that was given to the press. They launched from Florida to be near the equator, and they go right out through the middle. You see that right at the equator. They go through the Van Allen radiation belt. Now, if the spacecraft, like General said, is going 3,000 miles an hour and they're 30,000 miles thick, that would be 10 hours in the
I think
radiation
I'm having
to the
some
moon.
audio issues right quick. I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of crackle for some reason.
Oh,
on my side. Is everybody getting the clear audio
Sounds
on your
clear.
side?
Yes. For me, on not on this, sorry, on YouTube at the moment. Yeah. One thing that can happen is if you have a headset on, just unplug it and replug it in.
No, I'm running through a speaker system, so I can restart it.
Speakers, yeah, sometimes it might come loose a little tiny bit.
What I'll do is I'll unplug it and I'll plug it back in.
Yeah, try that.
Yeah. Yeah, but so far, I mean, he has no real answers to give Sabrell at all. Nada.
And it's really sad too, because these guys, they're getting older to the point, like, how old is he right now? Like 75, 80 years old or something? And
Around
he's
there.
still fucking lying to people. Like, dude, come on. Like, just tell the truth for once in your life. And granted, yeah, there's probably like a massive non-disclosure agreement. But
Oh yeah, and they're held over some kind of barrel. I gotta go do something real quick. I'll be right back, guys.
yeah, I'll just keep talking in the meantime. So when it comes to the moon landing, the four main factors, as I had said before, are food, water, oxygen, sleep. And then there's other things as well that are associated with the nonsense of the actual moon landing. Because if you calculate, the last time I did this calculation, the moon is allegedly rotating at a certain speed, axial rotation, and I think I came out to 10.6 miles per hour, which isn't like super, super fast. But either way, if a four-legged, nonsensical lunar expedition, you know, that piece of shit, you know, made out of curtain rods, if it were to be trying to land on something that was actually moving at that rate, it would cause damage to the lander itself. And then how did they slow down? Well, it's a space vacuum, which is on the moon is 10 to the negative 13 torr. Torr is named after Evangelini Torresini, and that was in the 1700s. That was one of my trivia questions a while back. Anyways, when it comes to the moon landing, I would rather believe that Bigfoot created the fucking the globe Earth.
Yeah, that would be a more plausible story, wouldn't it?
Yeah, there's nothing at all that can convince me that people went to the moon. And this motherfucker, dude, I feel bad for him. He's old. Like, dude, he's gonna take it to his grave.
Yeah, he's got to live with it, man.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the show. I'm done doing my thing.
And 10 hours back. I believe maybe the spacecraft was going a little bit faster, but in any case, it was at least 2 hours in the radiation to the moon, up to 10 hours, and another 2 to 10 hours back. Now, the Orion mission sent up Geiger counters into the radiation belts in 2014, unmanned, and they registered the radiation. I called NASA. I said, I'm a journalist. This is a non-military, taxpayer-funded scientific mission. Can I please have the Geiger counter readings? They told me that was classified. And why would that radiation measurement be a classified secret?
Charlie, do you know why that would be classified?
I didn't realize it was. You have to accelerate to 25,000 miles an hour to get out of Earth orbit.
Okay.
I thought you said it was 3,000 miles an hour.
Let him talk. He said he was at 3,000 when they were halfway. Sorry,
Earth's slowing you down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the total distance of the moon is about 3,000 miles an hour. 7 times 70, that's 210,000 miles. Okay.
So
when you go through the Van Allen belts, you're going so fast, it's just you're through.
When you guys were traveling through the Van Allen belts, were you guys paying close attention to like where in the Van Allen belts you were?
There wasn't very much conversation about it. It wasn't any danger. You're going through so fast, you're exposed to so much radiation, but it's just boom, you're through.
According to NASA, the radiation belts are 30,000 miles thick.
Right.
And if you were going 20,000 miles an hour, that would be an hour and a half in the radiation to the moon.
Although I don't even remember how thick they are.
Well, according to that math would suggest that it's about an hour in there, right? Maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, about an hour and a half to the moon, hour and a half back at 20,000 miles an hour. But then there's a contradiction. If you're going 20,000 miles an hour with inertia, you'd be at the moon in a little over 10 hours rather than 3 days.
Yes.
Okay, so you leave Earth orbit. You're in Earth orbit. You got to accelerate to leave Earth orbit.
Correct.
I don't remember exactly the figure, but you accelerate to Earth. Then the Earth starts slowing you down. Okay.
At what point does it start slowing you down exactly?
As soon as you shut the engine off.
Oh, okay, got it.
Okay, but you're at beyond that. You had enough velocity to get out of Earth orbit and go straight to the moon.
We have clip 14 of Kelly Smith of the Orion Project, which they said the radiation readings were classified. Here's a video of a new generation of NASA astronauts. We saw one saying they intentionally destroyed a technology for the first time in world history. And here we have the young guy in his 20s saying that the belts are dangerous radiation and the technology to go through them has not been invented yet.
We are.
Hey, Derek, how you doing?
Hey, Roger, doing good.
Nice to have you in. I got a guy in the back named Ryan I've never seen before, but he's trying to get in, I think. Yeah.
All right.
He's giving me knuckles.
Something to add to this part of the stream right here, of the video is
Okay.
that my uncle, I actually have two family members that retired from Lockheed Martin over here in Silicon Valley. Anyways, my uncle was saying that one of the problems that Lockheed Martin has always been trying to solve is to how a rocket would accelerate or decelerate in a vacuum.
Well, that's a good question, man. Because I mean, they turned that thing on a dime a couple of times while they were in the mission itself. Remember when they reconnected, they did a 180-degree turn on a dime. How did they do that in the vacuum of space?
Oh, it's an equal and opposite reaction. Like, no, that's not how it works. There's no. It only works if there's. It doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, I've had a conversation with a few supposed rocket scientists online, and that they say it's just Newton's laws. You know, that's how we perform this stuff in space. But nah, it doesn't work. I guess Ryan doesn't understand. Click the link. Hey, Ryan, there's a link pinned in the back chat, dude. If you want,
Or he may not know that he has to exit the other call first.
Yeah,
Maybe.
exit the call you're in. Click the link that's in the back of it.
Or like I usually have to copy the link and then exit the call and then go into the other link.
I get you. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. Are you hearing the conversation? Click the link in the back chat back there. There's one in there. It says Restream on it. Click that link and get out of Google Meets. And then you can actually come into the show. But otherwise, you're just going to sit in the back room and nobody can hear anything you say or see you.
Right. It was a good time the last time you, me, and D-Man watched this video, Roger. The dude, this guy, this Charlie Duke guy.
Yeah, he's definitely
There's
lying.
something really weird going on with him. It's like we know that all astronauts like serves a lie.
Yeah.
But there's something going on in his face where he's questioning his whole reality.
Oh yeah, he didn't expect this in the interview at all. I think he was like, "Oh, these guys we got an astronaut, we're here asking you serious questions, dude."
You're right.
Yeah.
And they are questions like he can't honestly answer.
True.
They didn't get those questions.
Hold on, Ron. Let me turn you up a little bit. You're a little low. Say it again.
I'm going to go change back to the computer.
Ryan keeps joining Google Meets, dude. I don't know why. Not you, Ryan. It's another guy in the back. He's on camera. He's just sitting in the back, back here flexing his muscles and stuff, walking around in circles on camera. And I keep telling him to click the link. He ain't doing it. It's weird. Yeah. I'll let him sit back there, dude. I don't really care. Yeah. Anyways, what do you think so far of the whole thing? What's your general opinion about this? It's exposing NASA for what they are.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That's lovely, dude. Yeah, we got you completely there. Dude, there's a link back there, dude. You're having technical difficulties? Yeah, I can tell. All right. I appreciate it, Ryan. There's another guy in the back. He's talking to me through Google Meets. He doesn't realize that he's not out here. So, try to get on that link, dude. If you want to come out, you can join the conversation.
So on this same topic, Roger.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Have you seen the Bart Cybrell interview he did? I think it was like 2 of them. He did with
right.
fucking face Buzz Aldrin.
What were you saying again, Andrew? I got interrupted.
No problem. So Buzz Aldrin was interviewed by Bart Cybrell, and and Buzz Aldrin was not aware it was going to be an interrogation of the moon landing.
The red button. Yeah. Sorry. I'm having problems with the guy in the back. He keeps interrupting the conversation. All right.
No problem. I'll shut up.
No, you can talk. Go ahead. He stopped talking. So.
Okay. Well, when it comes to this kind of stuff, people have been noticing it from day one. Like my parents, they both thought it was a bunch of nonsense. But eventually what happened is they just accepted it. And like me, I wasn't alive back then.
I get you.
I don't know what happened. But then there's a bunch of evidence and recordings of it. But yet NASA lost all of it. But everyone else has everything else. It's like, there's something weird going on with that one. Like 9/11. Same kind of concept.
Yeah, it's like everything the government does, isn't it? It seems that there's always like holes in it, big ones. Yeah. Let's play some more. Yeah. Oh, I think he got in. Hold on. We got a newbie. No, this is Ryan, regular Ryan. Now, what were you saying, Robot Man?
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you, yeah.
You're really quiet, if even that.
Yeah, we can't even barely make anything out, dude. You're having some real serious problems. I'm going to give this guy in the back a new link. Hopefully he can find it this time.
Sometimes what happens when people are going to be switching to a different, like a web link or something.
Yeah.
Like as an example, my webcam has a microphone
Sometimes
on it
what
as
happens
well.
is,
Yeah, it's just the audio. Just change the audio setting.
Well, I got somebody else trying to get in. Who could this be? I don't know who Forrest Coe is. It's going to remain. If you're in here, type into the main chat and I'll verify you. Anyways, yeah, you're right, Andrew. And people just seem to like brush it off, like they'll accept it for because everybody else believes it, dude. It's what it seems like. Go with the herd kind of thing. Even your parents, because everybody saw all this data or information that they've lost supposedly, but they just despise their story. It's just.
Yeah, that goes into the Matrix kind of the Matrix 1 was a revolutionary type of movie that I didn't fully comprehend it until probably 10 years after I watched it, maybe more. And it's still, I'll go back and watch it, and there's all these different cookie crumbs to follow down. And yeah, it's easier to accept something and just live in the fantasy than to go into the reality, which is going to wreck your mind in some cases. And that goes also into the Mark Twain quote, it's easier to fool someone than to convince them they were fooled.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of concept.
And that was a good analogy with the cookie crumb sense of the title of the stream.
Is that really the title of it?
It's Cookie Monster. That's the name of it.
Right on.
Yeah.
Follow the Cookie Monster.
Yeah. We can't hear the Cookie Monster right now for some reason.
Yes, you can.
Headed 3,600 miles above Earth. 15 times higher from the planet than the International Space Station.
We can hear you.
I think,
As we get further away from Earth, we'll pass through the Van Allen belts, an area of dangerous radiation. Naturally, we have to pass through this danger zone twice, once up and once back. We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space. We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space. We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space.
Okay, so he said we must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space. So the radiation protection is a challenge that has yet to be resolved. We must solve these challenges in the future before we send people through this region of space. So the challenges of the radiation have not been resolved, and they must do it before they send people through this region of space. So right there, out of his own mouth.
It's definitely, I'm not saying that the astronauts never went to the moon. I'm in the middle here. But it is very weird that a guy in 2014 would say we have to solve the problem of the Van Allen belt's radiation before we go through. It's odd, right?
It sounds like to me it's odd, but we did it.
Right.
Okay.
Well, that's why I'm saying you did not.
Right.
Obviously.
Where did 200 pounds of moon rocks come from?
I just showed you. Von Braun picked him up from Antarctica. There's a picture of that on the web, picking up lunar meteorites before he went to the moon for the first time. Seems like a weird use of his time. Moon rocks have proven to be fake. And according to a contractor that I spoke to at length, he says NASA has ceramics labs which can mimic moon rocks. Now, go to link 15 as we stay on the radiation. This is an article from Reuters that says radiation prevents travel to the moon. That's slide number 15.
Well, I walked on the moon. I don't know about anybody else, but
right.
Yeah, you keep saying that. We know that. We've been saying it for 56 years, and you're not going to admit your guilt. Nobody who was, brought to trial for
we're just trying to
crime ever admitted
we're going
their guilt
through
either.
each piece of evidence and trying to rationally analyze what it means and let the audience decide.
Read this article. What's keeping us from Mars? Space radiation, says expert. You want to read that? Because you're blocking me. What does it say?
Let's see. I can't see because of the play thing.
Go ahead. Take it from the top and hit play.
It says Washington Reuters by Maggie Fox, Health and Science editor. Cosmic rays are so dangerous and so poorly understood that people are unlikely to get to Mars or even back to the moon until better ways are found to protect astronauts, experts said on Monday.
So if the radiation is too severe to travel to the moon today with superior equipment, how did you go 50 years ago with inferior equipment?
We did it.
Well, we know that. You've been saying that for 56 years.
What are you aware
I'm
of?
still here.
What are you?
Which is proof you didn't go through the radiation.
Charlie, what sort of
I went to the moon.
I understand.
We picked up moon rocks.
Was there any sort of special shielding or material?
And I got some frosted Lucky Charms in the cabinet. Does that make me a leprechaun?
Yeah,
they're magically delicious.
That's Gus Grissom, right?
This guy here?
Oh no, the alleged astronaut.
Yeah, well, Gus was an astronaut. He died. That's the one. That got
Okay, well, you can just look at his.
They burned him,
and the smirks on his face. You can tell he's basically getting in a defensive mode, and it's very clear that he's lying. Because if I actually,
you talking about this guy?
I wouldn't be like laughing. I'd be like, "Yeah, I did."
That's Charlie Duke. Yeah, he's defensive. Yeah, you can read him easy. Yeah, definitely. We did this one time already with this interview. Yeah, he's definitely. You don't believe me? I would not lie to you. That's the first thing a liar would tell you. Why would I lie? Yeah, they're lying.
Materials used on the exterior shell or the hull of the spacecraft to protect from radiation? Nothing. Okay.
Not that I remember.
Okay, this is from Dr. James Van Allen. He said this in 1959. Our measurements show, can you hear me, Charlie? He said, our measurements show that the maximum radiation levels as of 1958 is equivalent to between 10 and 100
Roentgens
per hour, depending on the still undetermined proportions of protons and electrons. Since a human being exposed for 2 days to even 10 röntgens would have only an even chance of survival, the radiation belts obviously present an obstacle to space flight.
Must be Superman.
And then read the bottom part.
But this says 2 days. Exposed for 2 days to even 10 röntgens. They were only in there for an hour, a little over an hour each way.
Well,
so it would
but
have been
read
2
the
hours.
math underneath it.
So, okay. 10 to 100 röntgens per hour averages to about 10 to 100 röntgens per hour averages to 50 per hour. Okay. At the claimed speed of the Apollo craft, this is not James Van Allen saying this. This is somebody who's saying this?
Well, this is the person who wrote the article.
Okay. So this person who wrote the article said that at the claimed speed of the Apollo craft, this would be 2 hours in the radiation to the moon and 2 hours in the radiation back from the moon, or 200 röntgens. Since 10 röntgens over 2 days will kill you, which is 0.2 röntgens per hour, the radiation belts are 250 times a lethal dose.
And another reason is they don't have enough fuel. In my book, Moon Man, on page 149.
Andrew, pay attention to this part. Have you heard this part yet? Where they take like 3 times
the
the
fuel
fuel?
part is really questionable too, because they never even said they had any.
They take 3 times the
It was
amount
a
of fuel
solid fuel.
on the Saturn. No,
Yeah.
3 times the amount. That's a lot of fuel. If they have enough fuel to make it to where they were going, then how did they get there?
Yeah, there's so many holes in this entire
How
thing.
did they come
I
up
feel
with an
sad
idea of how
people
much they
actually
need?
believe this is a real event of history. The greatest thing in mankind. No, it isn't.
No, it's the biggest lie they ever told to mankind. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, there's a quite a list growing. I'm telling you.
Here's von Braun saying it himself. There's not enough fuel to leave Earth orbit.
Let's hear
It is
von Braun
commonly
saying that.
believed that men will fly directly from the Earth to the moon. But to do this, we would require a vehicle of such gigantic proportions that it would prove an economic impossibility. Calculations have been carefully worked out on the type of vehicle we would need for the nonstop flight from Earth to the moon and return. The figures speak for themselves mathematically. 3 rockets would be necessary, and each ship would be taller than the Empire State Building, 100 stories. Apollo rocket was about 30 stories, and weigh about 10 times the tonnage of the Queen Mary, or 800,000 tons times 3. The Saturn V weighed 2,500 tons.
Now the question is, how much thrust would you need to take something that heavy up that high?
God only knows.
Yeah.
Well, you'd need less and less, right? Because there's no pressure.
No, but I mean, to get that momentum off the ground with that many tons, you would need.
The truth is, you'd need that momentum before you left the atmosphere, because you can't burn anything in a fucking vacuum, you idiots.
Yeah, and if you're going to get in what they call velocity, you have to create some kind of lift. They can't shoot that much weight that far around, so the supposed radius of the Earth is impossible. And I do say supposed because they have never proven their radius.
They've never proven shit, bro.
Nope, they're not going to tomorrow neither.
Yeah, the other issue as well that I bring up, as I just mentioned previously, was deceleration. How do you slow down?
Yeah, that would be a definitely issue. How do you put the brakes on something moving fast like that?
Yeah, when the space shuttle is going to be orbiting, let's just say orbiting around the moon.
Airbags. They must have used airbags.
Oh, damn it! I forgot
Didn't think of
about
that, did you?
No.
Yeah, I'm debunked now.
Maybe they use that. Maybe they use that new propulsion system when it uses ions or whatever the hell they call it, or sunlight or something.
Excuse me, guys.
Ion beam, whatever they call that.
Like that, yeah. Oh yeah, they had that back in the 60s.
Right. And the space lettuce, you can't forget that, guys.
Hey, space lettuce. Do you guys know what kind of lettuce they actually claim to have grown in space?
Well, all lettuce is basically no nutritional value, so why would you even bother growing it in the first place?
Lettuce is awesome.
Yeah, it's good roughage. Anyways, what kind of lettuce was it, Andrew?
It's got some fiber, I guess.
It's romaine lettuce.
Romaine. Oh, they're making Caesar salads up there. Is what they're doing.
Yeah, I guess.
Right. Yeah, that's what they need, right?
Yeah,
They claim.
Fucking idiots.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to end it here in the next 15 minutes. I got to go. I actually go babysit. I got my daughter got a hold of me finally.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, well, it can be. Yeah, but they want me to watch the kids while they go out to dinner. So,
Oh, she finally called you back.
they didn't tell me that.
Your grandkids?
Yeah, they're.
That's
I
not a
don't.
big deal. Okay.
No, it's not a big deal. No, but they're not feeling too well neither right now. So I gotta take care of them that way. So, all right, let's get back to this.
Go, man.
All right. Well, I'm gonna round this off with this.
Difference of 30,000% times 3.
Steve will find it.
What's the purpose of this discussion?
You don't know.
The purpose of this discussion is
that we didn't go to the moon.
Allegedly.
You're just
that's what I'm
proving
taking
if you're acting like you don't know, it just proved that you're acting during the interview. So he's not the only one who said you need multiple fuel trips to go to the moon.
Okay. This is a headline from spacepolicyonline.com. Okay, at least 15 Starship launches needed to execute the Artemis 3 lunar landing. SpaceX will need to launch at least 15 Starships to execute the Artemis 3 lunar landing, NASA said today. So NASA said, so SpaceX will need 15 Starships to execute it, says NASA.
Right, and
Starship
So
cannot...
that brings up a question to me. Remember they launched the Artemis over the moon? How do they do that? If it's going to take 15 launches. Yeah. So they had to refuel Artemis 15 times on the way up to the moon. The last time they shot over the moon, they didn't land on it. They went over it. So they had 15 different ships go push Artemis off so it could get to the moon. Is that what they're saying? It's in black and white right here. Why would they spacepolicyonline.com release such an article? That's a good question. In other words, it's a bunch of BS, I think.
Twice the fuel.
Now, let's go back to
Starship cannot fly directly to the moon, but must refuel in Earth orbit before setting out for deep space.
Yeah, that's what the clip of Von Braun says that I didn't include, that you can go to the moon if you do multiple trips of fuel and ferry the fuel first.
Mm-hmm.
And now, you're going to love this next clip. Go to clip 19. This was said less than a year ago. By
that brings up another question. How do they catch up with the rocket and its velocity to refuel the damn thing, too, on top of that? What were they shooting up there to catch up with a rocket? Why it's already
on them. That's why they get away with it.
Yeah, they should be checking on them.
Oh, it's called space magic.
Oh, yeah. You don't see it, so it happened. Yeah.
Not a space agency.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Scientist who works with NASA. And he says it's going to take possibly more than 15 trips of fuel in order to leave Earth orbit and go to the moon.
So we did do it. Is what you're saying?
I don't know why you
Go ahead,
keep
play it.
acting surprised.
Go ahead, play it.
You're just proving you're acting. You know, you came in here and reminded me of a phone call we had 20 years ago when I said I have proof we didn't go to the moon when I found the footage.
So, okay, who's this guy?
Issues in how people communicate about it. Like there's some architecture problems that people are unwilling to talk about these days because of how they got there politically. And I was like, you know what? I just want to go say the thing that nobody's saying. So that's what I decided to do. Now, a lot of people I respect, when I was doing my research and asking these questions, they said, be careful, Destin. If you say certain things, this might change your relationship with NASA forever. Yep. And I thought about it, and I decided, you know what? This is the truth, and this is what needs to be said.
I did not understand until this week when I really thought I was going to embarrass myself in front of you guys and then decided to further embarrass myself in front of you guys. I didn't realize that in order to get the human lander to the moon, we have to launch a bunch of additional rockets to tank up in low Earth orbit. I didn't know that. And I'm like, well, how many rockets do we have to do that with? And they're like, 6. And then I start, because I...
Who is this?
He's a rocket scientist building rockets for NASA.
What's his name?
I don't know.
That's would be important.
That
to know.
that guy, he's a YouTuber. He has a channel called Smarter Every Day.
Smarter Every Day on YouTube.
Okay, so he's saying it's going to take multiple.
Let's finish playing the video.
Yeah.
I know people. I start calling people. I was like, dude, really, how many rockets is it? They're like, well, boil off. And okay, so I was like, some people are like, well, it's looking like 8. was like, 8 rockets? We have to fire 8 rockets to fire 1 rocket to the moon? And then they're like, I mean, that's what they're saying, but it's probably more like 12. Really? And then I was like, I'm an engineer. I know how to do this stuff. So I started to account for like nominal schedule slip and boil off. And this is how many rockets it's going to take to fuel up that thing to get it to the moon. I've done the math. If you had any questions.
I found the Von Braun clip. It's D17 there, Steve.
Okay.
Von Braun says the biggest rocket you can build can only achieve Earth orbit. You need multiple fuel trips to go to the moon.
Okay.
It says it on camera as well as in print.
All right. This will be good for Charlie to see. Charlie, watch this one.
Before we go there, I mean, when they did the Apollo, how many times did they refuel the Apollo Saturn rocket on the way to the moon?
None.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Nothing really happened there, did it?
They used solid fuel because that's how they had to.
It was a solid fuel booster. That's what it was.
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
I don't think
yes,
so.
It was. And do you know what kind of fuel they were using?
No.
Liquefied hydrogen.
That's very dangerous. Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, it is. I've done some experiments with.
It's dangerous not to do the scientific experiments to make sure it's safe, right? And then send somebody up there without testing it. That's what I think that would be the ultimate unsafeness.
Yeah, it's extraordinarily dangerous.
So they could fit 15 times of solid fuel on the Saturn V rocket. Is what you're saying?
I wouldn't. There's no amount of money you could pay me to get inside of one of those things. Be like, by the way, there's liquefied hydrogen in this thing that's going to boost up. Like, fuck that. Here's my boarding pass. I'm getting off the fucking.
Fuck the moon. Yeah, I got you.
A plan for a trip around the moon is the chief of the guided missile development at the United States Army's Redstone Arsenal, Dr. Werner von Braun.
A voyage around the moon must be made in 2 phases. A rocket ship taking off from the Earth's surface will use almost all the fuel it can carry just to attain a speed great enough to balance the pull of gravity. Unpowered, it will then keep circling the Earth in an orbit outside of the atmosphere. This is the first phase. However, if we can refuel the ship in this orbit with fuel brought up by cargo rocket ships, it can set out on the second phase, the trip around the moon and back.
So 3 people just said, Von Braun said it twice, that you have to make ferried fuel trips to have enough fuel to leave Earth orbit.
I've never heard that before.
Play D20. It's real short.
Bart, it comes to what's the point of this discussion? We did not go to the moon.
You're just digging your hole deeper every time you say that, General.
So Bart, when it comes to
wait.
Yeah.
So Apollo was all faked.
According to Bart, yes, it was all faked. It was a big propaganda campaign during the Cold War.
And so we had 260-something pounds of moon rocks that were brought back. They're all faked.
I guess Bart hasn't seen them, hasn't analyzed them.
Yeah, you remembered word for word a telephone conversation we had 20 years ago, and at the beginning, not recorded, and somehow you can't remember what we said a half an hour ago, that the moon rocks are fake. We showed an article. Von Braun picked up hundreds of pounds in Antarctica right before the Apollo mission, and according to a contractor, they can manufacture them. Go to clip D20.
Just let me make it. Yeah, I was in delusion for 2 weeks. I was on the moon for 3 days.
Well, you said you have top secret.
Wait, just a minute. And I picked up 200. I think we picked up a couple of hundred pounds of moon rocks, and we brought them back. They've been analyzed. They're moon rocks.
I think we did.
And so I don't understand the purpose of this discussion.
Modern day shuttle astronaut saying the farthest they can go is Earth orbit, and they hope to eventually go to the moon. D20.
Right now, we only can fly in Earth orbit. That's the farthest that we can go. And this new system that we're building is going to allow us to go beyond and hopefully take humans into the solar system to explore. So the moon, Mars, asteroids, the moon, Mars, asteroids, the moon, Mars, asteroids. There's a lot of destinations that we could go to, and we're building these building block components in order to allow us to do that eventually.
We're also really pushing the boundaries in terms of where we're going forward with exploration. I think humans are naturally driven to do this, and this is really the beginning, I think, of human beings leaving low Earth orbit.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Wait a minute. You're saying that nobody landed on the moon?
You know that. I don't know why you're acting surprised.
That's what he said.
That's what he says.
Okay. So where did all the moon rocks come from?
You've asked that 4 times.
So
we've already covered that.
Okay.
My first military source who told me the missions were fake said it's all about the money. $250 billion in today's dollars to go to the moon when they only achieved Earth orbit. That means they can keep about 75% of that.
Like, the evidence is overwhelming. We went to the moon. There's 600 pounds of moon rocks. They're totally different with the radiation history and things like that. To me, the evidence is overwhelming.
Now, how do they determine the radiation in the moon rocks? What process do they do to find out how radiated a moon rock is? Would that be carbon-14 by chance?
Or something else. Can you drop the link to this video in the side chat or in
Absolutely. I'll grab it for you.
I want to evaluate this a little bit more because I can look at this fucking dude and I feel bad for him. He's in his 80s?
Yeah.
He's still lying to the public.
Well, there's something going on with this guy. Like, I mean, like, we know he didn't go to the moon, but in his face, the man genuinely believes he went there. Like, what kind of MK Ultra brainwash did they do to this poor guy?
I don't know if it's MK Ultra or he has just been practicing this so long, and you could tell he's acting surprised to a point. Like, even after they made it clear about why the interview was going on, and the other part of it, like, he kind of rubbed Bart's nose in the fact that he did talk to him, and he said he was going to prove that they didn't go to the moon. He actually brought that up even before this interview started. So he was really snide with them to begin with. He's like, why are you challenging my story? Basically. Like,
yeah, exactly. If someone were to say to me, hey, Andrew Baker, you never served in the military, never went to Iraq. I'm like, all right, fine. Here's the evidence.
Yeah.
And I could show them pictures of me in Iraq and all of my deployment stuff. And at that point, like, oh, I still don't believe you. I'm like, all right, well, then fuck off then. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's something this guy's doing.
No, he's defending it, is what he's doing.
Yeah.
Vehemently. Yeah. I don't know if it's brainwashing necessarily, but I think he actually they have something on him, dude. You saw, if you'd have watched earlier, the 10 astronauts that they murdered, Derek, that could have blown the whistle on this died suspiciously. Very suspiciously.
Well, it's like with Gus Grissom's own words. We know he was trying to blow the whistle.
Yep. So he doesn't want to end up like that. That's why he's in this predicament, I think, personally.
Well, and I can't shake it where it's like that social experiment that's meant to like lead other people to false conclusions. Where like everyone else in the group knows it's a lie, but like they have the one participant who has no idea what's going on.
So you're saying he's the one guy?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
it strikes me that way, man. Because, dude, I don't know when this level of discernment came, but it's like you kind of know when somebody's lying and when somebody's not. And this guy genuinely believes he went to the moon, but we know he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been
and there's something to it where it's like the ones who know the lie, who are in on the scam, like Buzz or Neil Armstrong or others, where they know it's a lie, they get violent, right?
Yeah, Buzz gets more than violent. He gets to the point where he can't handle the thing anymore.
Well, no, but see, that's a little different because, like, even though this guy here gets frustrated, he doesn't get like Buzz angry.
No, well, maybe he's better tempered. You might say he can handle this better, than Buzz can. Buzz cannot mentally hold on to this at all.
Well, because Buzz gets like that because he knows that the inquiry is valid, and it scares him.
Well, he even asked that question, "Why haven't we been back?" or yada yada yada. And I think I know why. That's really cryptic talk.
I know. That's basically an admission right there. But Goldies will be like, "Oh no, you're taking it out of context." Like, I am not.
We're reading what he's saying. That's exactly
right.
So there's a book I recommend for everyone to read. It was written by an FBI interrogator, and it's called How to Spot a Liar. And this guy is picking up on every single one of those clues.
It makes sense, man.
You don't need a polygraph machine or something like that. You can just look at someone's pulse, their eyes, and their body language. It's one of the main ways that people can tell.
Yeah, well, and D-Man kept saying when he first watched this is like, just bring out the lie detector test. Let's get it over with. And he said they'll run like chickens, dude. I'd almost bet on it. They're not going to take it.
And the thing is, it's like the advantages of like the social experiment thing. And if this guy is actually a product of that, he'd be able to pass a polygraph.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's why he's taken the lie to his grave, so to speak.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
he's genuinely deceived.
Well, think about this though. In this mentality, like this is what he is. This is his whole life. Everything about him, his persona, has to do with it. He was an Apollo astronaut. He landed on the moon.
Well, yeah, in his mind, he's an American hero. You know.
Either he's really delusional or he's a real good liar.
We really did go to the moon. We landed 6 times.
Okay.
And
Hold on. You don't think he's a good liar? Like
No, I don't.
I think he's practiced this though. Look at how relaxed he is now compared to what he was earlier. He's getting upset, agitated to a point. Like, what do you think? We didn't go? This is what this is all about. He gets a little
he's had what 60 years to come up with a fucking argument and to argue and to pretend. Yeah, whatever.
He's almost 80. He said, right? I think he's around there. He's getting there. So I mean, he may be a really practiced liar, Derek. Maybe.
Well, see, and the thing is, it's like he's had prior discussions with Bart Cybrell, but he still didn't do any research.
No, I think he's riding on the. I'm an astronaut. You got to believe me. I went to the moon. That's all
right.
Really
No, so that's why you're like he's not even a good liar.
No,
like he doesn't even know any of the material that they're covering. The guy's an idiot.
Yeah, he's a useful idiot. So
yes. Yep.
And the other thing as well, the presentation I'm working on still, he said I spent 3 days on the moon. Like, I don't believe you, because I was in the military and I had to go through a certain level of like training. I was awake for 5.5 days, and I started becoming delusional at that point. And I didn't know.
They make Dramamine for that. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm just saying that if someone tries to stay awake for like 2 days in a row without caffeine, and I had nothing, I had water and food, then people start. At least for me, I was in really, really good physical condition, and I actually had trained for this prior. But no, I started like hallucinating. So no,
Yeah.
3 days on the fucking moon plus the time there, time back, food, water, oxygen, and sleep. No bullshit.
Yeah. So that part of the story don't pan out neither. There's a lot of the stuff that's got so many holes in it. So if that much is said and known, he is lying. He's just a bad liar. Let's put it that way. He's playing the part.
Well, it's like he only keeps mentioning the same 2 things. I went to the moon and moon rocks.
Moon rocks. Moon rocks. Moon rocks. Moon rocks.
Like that's all the guy brings to the table. Literally nothing else.
Maybe that's what he was told to say. Just stick to this and don't get on topic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let's play some more, and I got to get going.
Sure.
All right, guys.
And I think the photographs prove it all. And that, if you're going to fake something, do it once and shut up. We kept going.
That's right, to make money from the taxpayers and the arrogance
We
of the
didn't
federal
make
government.
nobody made any money. NASA had a budget.
$250 billion is a lot of money, and if you only do Earth orbit, you keep a lot of that.
Well, the CIA has a big budget, so everybody, State Department has a big budget. And
according to scientific methodology, a preposterous claim like cold fusion has to be independently duplicated. No nation on Earth, including the United States, is able to repeat the moon landing. That's like saying we did cold fusion, but for some reason we can't do it 50 years later. We destroyed the technology.
We did
Does that make sense?
6 landings.
Well, you claim to have made 6 landings.
Yeah.
Send
Well,
me to
wait
the
a minute.
moon.
We're building it. Artemis.
Well, you postpone returning to the moon, and 10 times presidents have said they're going to return to the moon in 5 years. 10 times.
I haven't heard that.
And yet they can't do it.
I don't know where they sent everybody else, but they sent me to the moon. I'll stand by that.
I love it, Charlie. Well, hey, man, thank you so much for doing this.
Mhm.
This has been a fascinating discussion. I learned a lot. Bart, thank you for your time and for making this happen. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how the public takes this, and they will decide what they want to believe.
Well, that was fun, wasn't it, guys? Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's here, I'm gonna share my screen real quick. I'm just gonna
Okay.
show you this. This is like the last thing. Oh shit, I closed it. Damn it.
Open her up
Anyways, so I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, but Mexico actually has a space agency.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw this about a year and a half ago, where they're gonna create a space catapult on the moon to deliver. I can't believe this is a real thing.
Go ahead.
Damn it.
This is interesting, to say the
I
least.
closed the clip. But yeah, they actually have this little CGI kind of thing. Yeah, just look up Mexico space catapult, where they're going to launch these little mini drones out of a fucking catapult. And
Wonderful. Sounds exciting.
about the size of like a dinner plate or something, or maybe even a little bit smaller.
They're going to shoot drones out of this thing?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Mexico space catapult.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
Who's paying for it, man? That's what I want to know.
fucking
The
hope it's not
government?
us.
Yeah. No.
Rothschilds, maybe.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
you got to go babysit your grandchildren, so I don't want to.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I actually got to get going here pretty soon. I got to be over there, but in the next half hour, so they can take off and go take care of dinner and stuff. I'm glad I had John, Andrew, Ryan, Cookie. Yeah, we appreciate you even more now that it's over with.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Derek, thanks for putting your 2 cents in there.
No problem. Take care, guys.
I mean, I just wanted to know, would that guy sit down with any one of us in person and just have a regular conversation and answer questions?
I
Just
would,
just like a dude, you know.
I would want to have one of those little pulse meters they put on your finger, like
Yeah.
at the hospital or something, and be looking in his eyes when they dilate, and then at that point,
that's all
what I
you
would
need to
want.
know. Yeah.
Well, see, for me, like if I were to talk to that dude one-on-one, I'd want to go back to the time of when they first started their mission. Like, where was the location? Like, I'd want to go through it because I'm convinced that there was an entire ordeal to have this guy believe something that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This might be a part 2 for Roger.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm gonna be heading out.
Okay.
Roger,
All right, guys.
thank you very much for having me on.
Thanks for being in here.
I'm
All
not
right.
sure.
And this is all Cookies Appreciation Week, so
Oh, it is Cookies Appreciation Week. Okay.
it's Ryan's week.
Right on.
So hopefully he'll bring some stuff over here to present sometime this week. He's
I'll
got
work
some
on
stuff-
it tonight.
Okay. All right. All right.
Gentlemen,
Cool. I'm going to end it here and play out with a song. So
Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
I will. I'm going to go enjoy the grandkids now. So
Right on.
all right. Night, guys. Thanks for stopping in. I'm going to find this here tongue as soon as I get to
Love
it.
you, Roger.
Yeah, thank you. I love you too, guys. I mean it.
Bye, Roger.
Bye. Bye. Still can't find the song I wanted.
I was going to say, what are you going to play?
I'm still looking. I was looking for a different song, but the album's up. I got to go through it. Give me a second. This will work. I found one. Good night, everybody. Enjoy the Plato's Cave.
We love you.
We wouldn't have a show without you.
When his son planned to expose the ugly truth about his father's assassination, his small plane plunged into the ocean, killing all on board.
It's funny how we wrapped all your silly cock smokers out of all of your days. I'm laughing down my sleeves at your slobs cause you don't even notice you're slaves. Everything is in place for the scientific dictatorship coming. You can bet your gums it's here with a kiss. When we complete the cashless society to control grid, kid, expect to hear some jargon similar to this.
Stop where you are, don't shoot your fucking lip. Or I'll shoot you in the cheek, son, I need to check your chip. This ain't a fucking game like the videos you played. It's martial fucking law and the city's all ablaze. It ain't gonna be funny if you didn't let them chip you. A passport is just a piece of paper with a picture. We need something more concrete, something better. Don't try to run, son, cause you know I have to come and get ya. And I possess all the tools I need, whether your name is John Smith or Abdul Rashid. It's been a natural disaster, nature's cruel indeed. There's no escaping your masters, break the rules, you bleed. We got a lot of willful idiots and it's well known. If they don't follow orders and they wind up like Wellstone. Many tragedies could happen, take your pick up. Plane crash, suicide, heart attack. You haven't seen the light of day. What makes you think you have the right of way? Us folks up here, we call you slaves. To exit Plato's cave, we made you all afraid.
I don't operate by the man-made laws that you respect. They call me carte blanche cause I got a blank check.
And I can write it to whomever I wish, to murder whomever I tell them at the flip of a switch. Kiss the boys goodbye for your corporate war. You won't see them poor young boys no more.
Cause even if they survive the war, their brains will be fried after 5 bloody tours. Every day a soldier commits suicide. Post-traumatic stress and depleted uranium collide. They're mind fucking our boys and our girls. Hell bent on destroying the world, and they have. Haven't you noticed? Or do they have all your attention focused on the hocus pocus?
You haven't seen the light of day. What makes you think you have the right of way? My people, now we call you slaves. We made you all afraid to exit Plato's cave. And then they open up to page 321 of Morals and Dogma. You ever read that book? I have. You know, where it says, Lucifer, the light bearer, strange and mysterious name to give to the spirit of darkness. Lucifer, son of the morning, is it he who bears the light? And then Pike winds up saying, of course, doubt it not. Yeah. And I'm like, about a star.